Should I send you a friend request? Apparently I didn't add you last time.
Why are you wearing a t-shirt? Why are you wearing that t-shirt?
So recently, I don't know what brought this on, but I've been very interested in learning how to like do custom keyboards like from scratch, from like getting your own case and all your PCB and keycaps and switches and all that stuff. But like, it's expensive. it's not cheap.
So like custom as in then you can paint it, or like custom as in then you
Like-
can just choose what all the keys are from a wide assortment of keys.
A little bit of both. I don't know how talented my painting skills are. I've tried to do a custom GameCube controller before, and it did not turn out good. Props to those people that can, but I don't have the. I don't know if it was like just the environment that I was in painting it and stuff, but it was like it was not finished very well. But yeah, just like whatever switches that I want in it, and then whatever keycaps I want. There's a lot of like mods you could do to make it sound however you want it to sound, feel however you want it to feel, that kind of stuff.
My hands shake too much to do any custom painting.
Oh gosh, I can't stop yawning. I'm gonna put his stream in my Discord so everyone can watch.
Yeah, tell a friend.
I always tell him to post in the self-promotion channel, but he never does. I rarely see it.
Probably my friends and I server, honestly.
The last time he posted in the self-promo channel on my server is December 15th.
No, we don't have a fucking self-promo channel? What the fuck? I'll need to get on Kieran to ask about that.
I need to mute the site but turn the sound on. I think he just did. Like a singular minute after I posted it, he posted it. I think he did it on purpose. I think he was waiting for me.
The Twitch stream title, Blades in the Dark, War in Crowsfoot, Episode 2, Finale?
I totally did it on purpose, by the way.
He's trying to put the heat. He's trying to like add the heat under our feet to like get us moving. Let's get this going, guys. Not trying to make this a trifecta.
You'll see. You'll know spoilers, but you'll see. And yeah, I totally put it in there right after you said that, just to be goofy. I feel bad. I don't want to be that guy that like spams my friends' Discords.
I wouldn't have the channel there if I didn't want people to promote their shit, though.
That we wrap this whole thing up, and at the end, there's like a moment, oh yay, we did it, and then all of a sudden, doors bust down and rival gang comes in, and then it's a cliffhanger.
No, it's modern day FBI who gets thrown into jail or something.
So
Fucking
I think there was an echo in the music, but I think I fixed that. Do y'all still hear that?
Let me on the stream.
Yes.
Let me check. Mute that. Unmute that. I don't hear any echo.
Okay, how do I sound while you're in there? Too loud?
You sound fine.
You could probably be a little louder, honestly.
Okay, beautiful. Because I'll definitely get louder. Naturally.
Okay, that should be fine then. Because I feel like I'm pretty loud comparatively,
Yeah,
but
I feel a bit loud.
Yeah, like if is your volume turned all the way up in Twitch?
just about.
Okay, yeah, I want it to be loud if the volume's all the way up, like, you know, so it kind of matches what the volume's supposed to do. So like if it's in the middle, it should be like perfect.
Don't turn me down a bit.
Let me go to the middle then and see what's going on. I think it's a good balance. I think you nailed it.
Awesome. All right, no echoes, no none of that shit. I'm not an external speaker
Sounds
tonight.
Yeah,
I don't
thanks.
think
Good to
so.
me.
All right, so you guys can see I made some improvements too on the interface, not the interface, but the look of things. I have character sheets rotating on the bottom right now that you guys can see, and I don't want when we change scenes, your names will be up along with the characters' names, so you know who's who we've talked to. So last time that we played, let's back up. You guys were just about to begin an interrogation. You guys have captured Emmerich, the long-bearded foreigner gent that has been funneling money to the Red Sashes. You guys beat the crap out of him, killed 2 of his guards, and kidnapped him. And you got him tied to a chair currently in Outlander's basement.
My hidden room behind a bookshelf, but yeah.
Yes. Yeah, well, secret sex chamber for Outlander. Man, thanks for the sub, dude. What do you? Oh, by the way, you're Nico and Newmain on a lot of different things, so I just stuck with whatever was in the Discord for your
I have
naming.
Nico wherever people know my first name, and Newmain where people don't. So
Okay, so Newmain will be the default from here on.
Yeah.
All right. I think that really sums it up. So you guys kidnapped him to interrogate him. To find out where the Red Sash Vault is, where they keep in their big stash, their big coin. Thanks for the bits too, man. And that's where we're. We're gonna dive right into this. Why am I not getting a chat feed though? On my actual chat feed. Let's connect that real quick. Do you guys have any questions about anything? Everyone put their advancements in.
Yeah, my character's all squeaky clean.
Alright.
I added some consort. I'm gonna consort more this time because I'm more skilled in it now.
I heard cunt sort, like you're sorting cunts.
That's my job. I'm Irish here.
Okay, cool. All right. Open the bowl book here. All right. You have Emmerich in front of you. He's slowly regaining consciousness right now. You're in a darkly lit room. Just one lamp overhead illuminating the whole room. It's got a funky smell, a little dusty in there. Yeah, Outlander comes in here only once in a while. Doesn't necessarily bring guests too often, willing ones anyway. As he kind of opens one eye, opens the other, you see his head wobble back and forth. And I present to you all the first obstacle for you to overcome. as he regains consciousness. What are you all doing?
Outlander is doing his typical thing of dramatic effect. Pulled up a chair in the corner, is just sitting there, looking straight at the guy.
Marge will be standing right behind you, like the muscle that she is.
Does anyone have any actual interrogation skill
I have sway.
or experience?
I have 2 in command.
I do not. I'm just gonna say straight up and down.
Well, with all of us lacking a specific interrogation skill, I think Marge is probably the most qualified interrogator.
So you can use almost anything to accomplish anything in this game, as long as you have a feasible way you go about it. You have a skill that you're particularly good at, and you think you can come up with a creative way as to how you get the information out of him using that skill. We can always we can do the check.
I say that I just pulled some random objects into the room for Marge to just throw around doing the bad cop routine.
Marge kind of picks up this and that, like, this'll work, and that sort of thing, and then she says, well, we might as well try to be nice first, see if that works, while she's like, yes, I know what to do with this. But over her shoulder, she says, you might as well try the nice way first.
I'll try and sway him to give us information on the location of the treasury. That's the thing we're going for, right?
Mm-hmm.
Prior to Marge hurting him. That's definitely what's going to happen otherwise.
Okay, let's get into it then.
I roll some sway.
Yeah, this is gonna be starting off a desperate limited roll.
Okay, that doesn't affect my actual dice pool though, right? It just kind of affects how awesome results are depending on rolls.
Correct.
Well, I forgot the /R, so let's work from there.
Oh, and I don't know if I told you guys this last time. Everyone always has a lot of fun with this. If you go here, I'll do this on stream actually. If you go to the settings on the top right, and where is that? I think it's in configure settings
There
over
we go.
there. And under module settings, nothing is going to be there. Hang on.
Yes, everyone has fun with that.
The best. No mods are. Hold on, let me turn all the modules on. This might reset the game briefly. That's weird. With control, turn maker. Let's roll with this. Yes. Hop out, pings. Probably because this game involves a lot of theater of the mind, so I haven't really had to use Foundry even close to its fullest extent. Effects. But what I was going to talk about is Dice So Nice. Death Blues. Sequencer. Live. Sorry, it's a lot.
The magic is fading.
Oh no.
My immersion.
Are you not immersed? Alright.
I
So
just
that.
got flashbanged.
Yeah. Alright.
Oh, there we go. My dice settings.
Yeah. You can customize your 3D dice.
Oh shit, dog.
See, it was totally worth the momentary pause, I promise.
What's the starting icon to get to there?
The cogwheel in the top right, and then you go to module settings, and you'll see Dice So Nice.
It makes sense that I would have lightning dice.
I'm gonna do mine real quick. Are there... I'm surprised that there isn't one for Blades in the Dark. Well, I guess that's not too shocking. Oh, there is. Spectrum. Is that... I don't know what that is. I'm gonna use it, though. Alien RPG has its own custom dice.
I know I did this before here, but I don't see it. Look, game settings, and then I don't see anything about module.
Module settings is on the top right. Let me try to minimize it on stream, maybe, so you can see it better. No,
Oh, on
I can't
stream?
I can't get it to show stream. Sugar
Oh, well.
Gun, thank you for the follow. How are you? What is this? What is this? Do you see now?
No.
Then you are lost.
Yeah, I see settings, general information, configure settings, configure controls.
Configure settings. And then you'll see core settings, system settings, and module settings. And you'll see Dice So Nice in there.
Oh, there we go.
Thanks again, new main. 100 bits, man.
500, so I'm just gonna drop all of them on you slowly throughout the night.
Are you trying to be the official sponsor of the Blaze in the Dark game as well?
I mean, I'm already the sponsor of the Deadlands one, might as well sponsor all of them. Who wants Discord Nitro for custom backgrounds? I did actually get a background specifically for this, but I don't know if it looks that good, honestly.
All right, moving along. So, Peltz rolled a 5.
Well, I rolled a 4 and a 1.
Ooh.
So a 4.
What? Does it not total? Am I? No, it doesn't. Yeah. Sorry. So it would be 4, which is the same result as 5 anyway.
It's because he rolled it manually instead of actually using the inbuilt ability thing.
So,
Oh yeah, because I didn't click my ability. Haha, that's how we did that before.
Yeah, they try to make it a little convenient in Foundry. All right, so so it's the same result though as the 5. You get a partial success. And since it was a desperate limited effect, it's gonna be a little bit nastier even with partial success. On the good news, he kind of fully regains consciousness. I'm Courtney in the group. I post arts sometimes.
Oh, I invited my art group.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, I want to see some art.
Hi, Courtney. Thanks for showing up.
So yeah, he regains consciousness. He kind of woozily looks up at you and spits in your face is the negative part of that, unfortunately.
How about a March?
All right. She picks up the heaviest, sharpest, most metal thing in the room and comes over to him and says, "Good. I'm glad you didn't tell him. Because now you get to tell me." And she will command him to tell her as she begins to apply this tool to his flesh. So let's see. After that, I should know what I'm doing. Modifier 0, position desperate.
No, we're gonna actually now we're moving it up a notch. This is gonna be a risky standard.
All right, here we go. No modifiers.
Now that we are causing physical harm, I will add real quick. We are starting a clock. Clock is going to be when he dies.
Okay. Here's the roll. Oh,
Partial success.
partial success. All right.
In the stream, the side menu's still up on your Sean.
Thank you so much. I'm trying to remember where the clocks are actors, I think. Yes. The torture clock. How's it going? Now he's kind of beat up already. We're gonna do. I say a four tick clock is fair. He's already beaten up a little bit. We're applying sharp metal objects. So I'm gonna give a 1 tick in there. I'll put that up on stream as well, so we can follow. Take permissions. All right, I can see that on yes. Very good. All right, so what are you doing exactly? You say that in your
I'm telling
what are
him.
you using to inflict pain upon him, first of all, and how are you doing it?
What was provided for me here from the Outlander?
Outlander, what did you provide her?
Seeing as this is supposed to be more or less a dungeon / torture room, I would assume I have some like medical stuff that could be used to torture someone.
Totally your call.
Okay.
He hands you a scalpel.
Marge is gonna go with basically some clamps or some like a wrench type of tool.
Are you gonna
And
clamp him?
Yeah, I got the clamps.
I had to. I'm sorry.
Give him the
Oh.
clamps.
Yeah, so she's got his fingers in she's starting with a pinky, and she's got him in the clamps.
That definitely wakes Emmerich right up as you start to squeeze the clamp down on his pinky, right on his joint, on his lower knuckle. On his pinky. He lets out a loud, kind of suppressed yell, trying not to show that he's in as much pain as he's in. I'll take the clock. The clock is ticked once from that.
And I'm telling him to tell us what we want to know, and this will be over. That was what I told him with my command. That was the partial success. I'm not sure what the reduced effect or complication may be, but
The complication is that he does answer you. He starts to talk, but it may not be what you want to hear. Do what you will. This is nothing compared to what they will do to me.
Out of character, real quick, what do we know about his personal life, like family and friends and stuff?
That would probably require a flashback with gather information check.
Well, I just don't know if we had already done that or not, but
I don't believe so. Y'all did a gather information, kind of find out where he lives and what his route home was, if I remember correctly. That's about
The
it.
thing I remember us researching was we went to like a bar he frequents and tried asking the bartender about him. They didn't give us much information though.
okay.
okay, in this torture room, what if you are supplied with some truth serum? What if you have that just in a little vial on your shelf?
No, because that would be a bit too.
Okay, that's plan B. What's plan A?
I say we just keep working them for a little while.
All right, I move
Oh,
over to the
second,
next finger.
You can start as you torture, then I can go back and forth and try and be like, oh, well, you know, maybe this isn't the end of this. Maybe what we're going to do anyways is turn you back to them and tell you that you told us all sorts of things, or leave them to wonder what you told us. And so no matter what happens now, if you don't tell us what we want to know, we're going to turn you back over to them. Only by telling us where the treasury is can you actually, will we like not just dump you back in the street in front of the red sashes.
So what you're telling me is I'm dead no matter what.
No, if you tell us what we need to know, we'll let you escape somewhere. Otherwise, we're pretty much just gonna torture you till you can't move and dump you back in front of there, yeah.
They will find out I gave you the information when you raid, when you steal from them.
And by then you'll be long gone. With your life.
He considers this for a second.
Sway?
Risky standard.
Because I like leaving everything to the chance of dice. Yeah?
Oh, let me put them. It's not even on the dice roll. A partial success.
So I've got two of his fingers, his ring and his middle finger, both together in the clamp, and I'm about to apply pressure, and that's gonna hurt a lot more. Having two fingers crushed into each other is gonna hurt a lot more than just having one finger crushed.
Okay.
But I haven't started that yet. Did you do another sway on him?
Yeah, he got a partial success with Ed. He seems like he's considering what he said.
I'm not seeing that. Let me refresh.
Yeah.
I'm missing one of my fucking... Damn it, I'm missing a scene. But yeah, he got a partial success on that.
Yeah, I just don't see that in the chat. The last I see is my partial success, and then
Oh, I'm seeing that too. Did you already roll, Matt?
roll that sway.
While I figure out where this missing scene went.
He's either really happy or frozen.
Uh-oh.
Did we lose him?
Did we lose Matt? Alright, well, he's talking him into it, preparing his dice roll. You're about to crush two fingers together. Outlander, Rat King, what are you two doing?
As they're trying to do their thing, I finally speak up. Emmerich, we have contacts. We can get you out of the city before they even notice that we stole. And that's gonna be me attempting to sway him.
Okay.
Position and effect.
I'll give you risky limited. A success. He looks up at you kind of woozy. What context? Who are you?
Telling you exactly who we are be a bad idea. After all, we could try to help you get out, and instead you run back to your gang and tell them who we are. But no, we are only the most sought-after assassins in the city. That's all I'll say.
Hi.
So we got you back.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome back.
Sorry about that. Hi. What'd I miss?
Mostly just me trying to hunt down this fucking scene.
We were gonna have you do a sway roll.
Oh,
Again?
sweet. That's what I was trying to do for a long time before I figured out that my internet had gotten disconnected.
But then someone else
And it
stepped
just
in
didn't do
and did a perfect one. So
Yay.
I'm not regretting putting an extra having good sway.
There we go. Awesome.
And you heard me answer this question, right?
Are you asking me? Wait, what was the question?
Did you hear what I said as an answer to Emmerich's question?
Yeah. I'm trying to pull something up. A tool that I had that was very useful, and it's not coming up. God damn it. I'm trying to pull up the city map. No, I don't want to
And
buy
then you
it.
had it in the journal. You had it uploaded in the journal.
In the journal.
Oh, I did. Oh, yeah, that's a vague map, though. That's okay. We can improvise, right? We don't need no stinking map.
Now where we're headed.
Opening notepad.
Oh shit. Going off book.
All right. With that success, did you roll yet? Also, Peltz, for your role when you're speaking with both of you are trying to convince him right now.
Oh, you want me to roll?
partial, yeah, a partial or a straight success would greatly help this.
All right, let's find out. Just standard roll.
Risky limited. Bum, bum, bum. You guys sick of these 4 songs yet?
I'm good. I'm straight chilling.
I was
Partial
enjoying them, but
success.
now that I know there's only 4, now I'll know.
No, it's like
One song.
7, 6. All right. Partial success. It is not at the headquarters. It is on Tulith Lane. That is all I will tell you. Let me free.
Now, Emmerich. You might have told us, but I would like to make this an official deal of sorts. Oh wait, he has fucking electricity magic. I can't do this.
Yes, he does. Hey, Postman, what's up, dude?
Marge looks a little upset, and she like looks at all of you and says, "You really want to see this? You really want to see with 2
Thanks
fingers
for the
in there
10
at
bits,
once?
Sugar Gun. Sorry, anything under
makes
100
all the
doesn't make an
difference."
alert
And
because
she's like,
I had a friend
looks a little upset
that would
we might
spam
not
one
be
bit
doing that.
over and over and over and over again. So I had,
Well,
yeah.
I
But
said
thank you.
before we even let him go, how about 2 of us go check this area he gave us out and report back before just going through with the rest of this, so we know he's not lying. But obviously, if the gang has their money there, there's gonna be some activity by them in that area. That would be more than enough to confirm there's something going on there. And we only need like 1 or 2 of us to go there, check it out, come back, report, and then we can kill the fucker.
Right, not even engage,
Seems like
just
a plan.
scout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As
Let's do
I'm
that.
quite the little prowler. I'll happily run over and survey the situation.
As you guys are discussing this, I assume maybe huddled in a corner out of Emmerich's earshot, discussing his murder. You hear footsteps coming down into the secret room.
I put on my rat mask and go check it out.
Knowing Sean, I'm almost certain this is gonna be the basilisk and not an actual enemy.
Probably. I still hide in
Wrecking.
the shadows.
Red King, you put your mask on and look up the stairs. You see a pair of a person clad in a black suit with finely shined shoes and a large black fur coat with a cane and a big beard. And it's a basilisk. Yay! You son of a bitch.
I know you too well. I know you too well.
What was the saying?
What was it
That's
saying?
right. It was that. Yeah, I remember now. I was like, the basilisk. Do you send your regards?
I do. Good evening, boys. How are you all today?
An eventful evening.
Thanks, Newman. Eventful, you say? I see. It seems you've captured your mark, and from what I hear on the streets, you did it quite well. No one suspects us. He walks up to Emmerich and kind of takes his cane and shoves it in his face and kind of pushes it to the side. Has this scum said anything yet?
He gave us a rough location, a street. We were gonna have Rat King go check it out, scout it, come back, report, before we went any further with him.
Oh, you're going to trust him? Why do that when you have the perfect way to get the truth right here and now?
Marge holds up the pliers.
Marge has the right idea. A man begging for his life tends to speak the truth very well.
Or he becomes the best liar he's ever been.
Margie gets a little excited and she nods at the basilisk and says, "Here, watch this." And she just goes right ahead and gets his two fingers in the clamps and just looks at him and just says, "Oh, that address you were about to tell us. This is just a formality." And she starts to apply pressure. She's like, "The address?" Not expecting him to do it. Very excited to use the clamps.
Her expectations are met as he grits his teeth and says, "That is all I know."
What was the name of the street he told us?
Tulip Lane.
So I'm kind of at the basilisk's command here, watching him. Also for his reaction. Like, is he enjoying this as much as I am?
Oh, well, it's kind of hard to tell. Since you've met the basilisk, he always kind of has a shit-eating grin on his face.
Okay.
But he seems into it.
Well, you know, I already ruined one of his fingers. Let's go for 2 more. So yeah,
Which one of you shitters didn't close the door to my secret room?
Oh, don't worry. It was closed. Okay. Are you gonna? What are you rolling? You're wrecking him?
sure. Let's give that a try. Yeah, I got a pip and wreck.
Wreck
just-
it, Marge.
yeah, just ruining these fingers.
I'll use
So,
Pip and Wreck.
I'm gonna say it's controlled. What do you say?
This is this is not a controlled situation.
No?
Not yet,
Okay.
anyway. I'll give you a risky. I'll give you a risky standard.
Okay, risky standard. Oh, nope.
He lets out another gritted teeth, and then he lets loose out into a large yeah, and seems to fall limp, almost like he passed out from the pain.
I shrug and throw the pliers in my back pocket.
Outlander's gonna stand up, be like, well, while you guys go and try and wake up sleeping princess over here, I'm gonna get us all a drink from my bar.
So
Like-
the street he said, you guys probably would know. I mean, it would take you like half an hour to get there, half an hour to get back. It would take some time. I don't know how much time you guys want to spend having a torture victim in your house. It's totally up to you. If you want to go check the street, I'm not sure what you would check for, though.
As I said, specifically gang
Prevent
activity.
for, like,
because,
activity.
yeah,
Yeah.
if
red
it's
fast
their vault, they're
activity.
gonna have people around it.
Okay. Well,
Hard.
I mean, player character knowledge. Gang activity. Yes. Everywhere. Depending on where you are, it depends on what gang, but this is a city that has a large amount of gang activity.
But like we'd notice like extra heavy guards or you know, I guess we'd have to watch it for a while to see if it looks like they're moving stuff in and out or something like that. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what we could find out other than whether it's heavily guarded from a survey.
The basilisk takes a step forward at the passed out Emmerich and whacks him in the ear on the side of the face real hard. You hear a large crack on the face, and for all of a sudden, Emmerich gains consciousness. What a fool. You can't sleep your way through this one. What are you doing?
As I said, I'm going up the stairs to get all of us a drink.
Okay.
They deal with Sleeping Beauty.
So I want to try something. So I pull out one of my knives, and I want to attune to try and like electrify it. And I want to threaten him with an electrified knife and say, I saw you were quite attuned to electricity. How you feeling right now?
The spirits watch me always and protect me.
I look around in the room, hands up, like I don't see any spirits. Do you guys see any spirits here?
As this is happening, Outlander comes back with glasses and a bottle of some cheap fucking whiskey or whatever, and sees that and is like, "Oh, great idea! Shock the guy that can control electricity. Go for it."
Marge says, I do see spirits, and goes for some of that whiskey.
I was hoping one of you would catch it.
Nume, when you went upstairs, at the front of your door, there were 4 hooded men.
Normal Friday afternoon, I guess.
Like in your house.
Did they do anything or just stare at me?
Didn't even look at you.
And then that probably means they're with the Basilisk, so I just give them a nod while I'm up there getting drinks.
All right.
Uh,
Peltz, you've been kind of quiet. What are you doing?
I mean, this isn't really going that far. We can keep torturing them. I'll go check out that address and at least take a look. Might
You
be
know-
something to it or the area.
You don't have an address. You have a street.
Oh, just the whole street. Yeah, that's not helpful. I say keep cracking them, Marge.
as I'm pouring everyone drinks, I do turn to the Basilisk and I'm like, those hooded fellas up there with you?
He kind of laughs under his breath. In a way.
And
All right,
now
so
you
I
wanna
was
drink?
thinking that this torture chart wheel, what's the word for it again? Clock.
Yeah.
I was thinking that we were trying to make that go slow so that we didn't kill him.
Right.
That is what it is. Okay.
Yes.
Well, shoot. Yeah, my rec is only 1 pip. My command is 2. I don't really have anything more creative to do than to just tell him to tell us. You guys?
Real quick, how does a flashback work?
You spin stress depending on well, you may have to spin stress depending on what the flashback pertains to. Like if it's just something casual, like something negligible that you want to know now or have now in a situation that doesn't really matter, then it doesn't cause stress. Otherwise, yeah, you go back, you spin the stress, and you still have to make a roll depending on what you're doing to see if you even succeed or not.
Okay. I want a flashback, and I want to know about his family, so we can use that.
Okay, so you're going to be gathering information?
Yeah.
That was a specific mechanic. Let me give me 1 sec. Page 36.
I was thinking either a survey or study. I'm not really sure which one it would be.
Either or. A survey and study would
Okay.
work both, I think, in this situation. Whichever is higher, I would say. For you.
Hell yeah. And how am I rolling? Controlled, risky, desperate, standard, limited, great.
1 sec. Okay, so yeah, study would be you're trying to. It's kind of like an empathy check. You're trying to kind of assess how they're feeling, what you could do to get this person to trust you, which would coincide with what you guys were trying to convince him a moment ago. Survey. Survey would be finding out like who his family is and information. It looks like.
Okay.
As far as your roll,
Oh, my drink is empty.
that's terrible.
I know. How did
I mean,
how did
I
this
don't see
happen?
any reason why it wouldn't be standard.
Okay, controlled standard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Fingers crossed, baby. Oh damn. Okay.
Oh, damn.
A 5. What were you trying to? You were trying to survey, find out who his family is and such.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you find out that when his home, you stalked him when you guys were planning this initial thing. You found out back at his home, although he is a scary demeanor about himself, very rough and very serious, he definitely has a family. He lives with a total of 4 people, as a matter of fact. He lives with a man and a woman and 2 children. Children are both girls.
And did you convey that information to us, or did you keep it
Oh,
to yourself?
absolutely. That is some important intel that I feel like I would 100% share. So who was gonna go out
and I'm
to?
sorry. And for your flashback, I think that's gonna be 1 stress, but let me double check.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 stress.
Okay. Got it. What time of day is it right now? Is it like sort of like evening, early evening, late evening?
It is always evening.
That's fair. I was trying to think of like shops that are open and stuff to make this work.
Well, to coincide like the normal, wine and grind of a workday and things like that, it'd be like the equivalent of 8 o'clock. You guys caught him on his way out of work.
Okay, no, okay, perfect then. So I put the knife away, and I start to like walk towards the exit, and I say, I think I'm gonna head to the store real quick. Pop over to the shops. Your 2 girls, would they like something? Sort of like trying to prompt the rest of the party to try and press the family matter as I walk up the steps, and like kind of leave him sitting with that.
Yeah, see? It's not just you in this now. Never has been.
He definitely narrows his eyes at this. Wait.
I stop mid-step.
What else do you want to know? They aren't involved in this. They don't know anything about the Red Sashes.
I say, and they don't have to be.
Just need to tell us what we need to know.
What do you want to know? Where the vault is exactly?
Oh,
Yeah, you can even draw us a little map.
They will not only kill me, they will kill them too. Who am I to fear more? You or the Red Sashes? You are no one.
okay. As he said, they will kill them too. I walk over to him, undo the binds on his fucked up hand, and I'm like, what if I made you a deal that we would protect your family once we have what we want? You just have to tell us an exact location of the vault.
You could not protect them from the Red Sashes. You are 4 people. Well, 5.
I look over
He looks at
at the basilisk, and I'm like, you think we could protect them?
He kind of picks at his fingers. Why not?
We are far more than just 4 or 5 people.
He looks at you cold and hard. You won't do anything. You won't do anything. I would rather die than tell you. I don't know why I went to the basilisk, but anyway.
Come on.
Well, no, that was still kind of Middle East. Okay. The ethnicity is more Middle Eastern. I'm trying to go for.
Emmerich, I'm giving you a guarantee that they'll be protected if you
Roll.
tell us. If you don't, we'll have to go pay them a visit instead.
Go ahead and roll. Because James did the flashback, this is gonna move the position.
Roll what?
Well,
A
it sounds
sway.
like you're trying to convince him.
Oh, sway.
This is gonna be a risky, with a great effect. And you're trying to convince him of what?
Oh, big money.
Well, I'm trying to convince him into just telling us where it is on the condition that we protect his family from getting killed by the Red Sashes. I really want to use my ghost contract, okay?
Hand me a piece of paper.
Nod over to one person from the group. There's paper upstairs.
I head up.
You go grab the piece of paper and presumably like a pen as well.
As I said, I undid the shackles on his fucked up hand, and I put my hand out for a handshake. So we got a deal?
He kind of looks at you confused and takes the paper.
I like to
You draw a
shake
map?
hands.
He draws a map. Gives you an exact address on Tula Street. Now let me go. Let me go back to my family.
Now, Emmerich, your life wasn't part of the deal.
And with that, you see the basilisk shoot his arm out, kind of like he's flicking his arm out, and a gun shoots out from underneath his sleeve. And without a moment's hesitation, it's more of a derringer, but the sound is incredibly suppressed. And you see a projectile pop into Emmerich's skull. And he goes lifeless. Well, very good.
I appreciate the dramatic effect, boss.
No need for you to get your hands dirty. It's been a slow week. I will take this information. He reaches to grab the map. I will. We will prepare. Let's see. I will canvass the area with my scouts. Give us maybe 4 days. I will still have you all do the actual job. You've earned it.
What's left of the bottle of the drink that I brought down, I hand it out to him like, drink for the way, boss.
How could I turn down a drink from a friend? Okay, all right, you guys kind of do your closing. I mean, you have a drink briefly with the basilisk. He makes his exit. We're going to enter into downtime right now. So downtime has various purposes in Blaze of Dark, but we're still kind of glazing over a few things. Now, one thing you do during downtime is you try to get rid of your stress. The way you get rid of your stress is by indulging in your vices. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, it's 156? Yeah, 156. So let's look at this. So you risk doing, you risk overindulging. Let's see. I didn't think we'd actually go into any downtime, so excuse me while I actually pan over this real quick. So you're gonna roll dice equal to your lowest attribute. And you're gonna clear stress equal to your diet result.
Lowest attribute, that would be insight.
if you roll really, it's kind of weird. If you roll really well, you overindulge, and that will have its own consequences. So we'll see if that happens. Well, clear more stress. If you clear more stress levels than you have marked, you overindulge. If you do not or cannot indulge, okay, I see. Never mind. That's regarding trauma, which no one has anyway. So, feel free to go ahead and roll whatever your lowest attribute is. Obviously, that's nothing you don't have anything in. It's just going to be like maybe a 1 dot.
All right.
And clear stress equal to that roll. I'm not going to get more into the vices unless you guys actually do overindulge, because a lot of that goes into other mechanics regarding the crew and the heat you gain with the crew and other really cool mechanics that hopefully we get into in the future. Good job, Digby. You got a 1.
So is what a /R 1d6?
I have a 1 in 6 chance to overindulge, so let's see.
You can roll just on the skill. You don't have to manually type
Oh
in.
yeah, that's right.
But you can. It's a /R space 1d6 if you want.
Damn boy, I got no stress.
Fuck.
See?
Was that an overindulge?
It was. I had 4 stress.
Let's see what you get. Let's see. No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna get into overindulgence this time.
I like that though. That's some quick realism. Like your downtime R&R activity has a very slim chance of actually setting you perfect back to like 100%. You're probably either gonna not be fully rested or have overdone it.
Well, I was kind of talking to Ryan about this. There's a lot more mechanics that we're not touching that make this game kind of into like a sim. But Downtime has a lot of really cool mechanics, and yeah, like I like how they handle. I love the whole stress mechanic and that they make it like a cool way that your stress goes away. It's not just you rest for a week and no more stress. You go gambling, or you go, to a whorehouse or something, or whatever, like, it's pretty cool. I'm gonna get a drink and take a quick bio break, and I'll be right back.
Well, Noah's still waiting for another flood, and the king's hands are still sticky from all that blood. The kingdom is as rotten as the sea is blue, and wherever you turn, you'll see death too. With death blues, death blues, death blues, death blues, oh, death blues, death blues, oh, death blues.
This is probably the smoothest start to a campaign I've had so far. Usually something always goes wrong by now. We're just too good.
I feel like this game is like something's always going wrong too. Like the fact that a 6 is the only true success. And for most stuff, we only have 1 dot in something, so it's like, it's pretty hard to just be like, I do this and actually succeed.
Which I'm really surprised about, because you guys got 2 successes, and I did not think the torture session was going to go that way.
Yeah, I got 2 in a row.
That was incredible.
Wait, did I roll the exact same? Yeah, I did. Both times I rolled the exact same.
When it counted, came through.
That's my luck for the session gone, by the way.
All right, what do you guys do on your downtime? What are your vices and what do you do? Let's go through this real quick, just so we can get to know the characters a little bit better and add a little bit of flavor to the downtime. We'll start with Pelts. We'll go alphabetical order here.
I like to gamble, and I usually make wager until, since I deal in pelts, I usually wager until I've either won a bunch of gold or literally lost the whatever animal skin shirt off my back.
All right, I'm just going. I don't know why I say alphabetical. I'm just going down by the cameras. Large Marge, what does she do?
I'm not 100% about weird, but this is what I think she does. She goes to like a little old lady's shop. Like this lady's super old and she's got all sorts of knickknacks and stuff.
Let me pause you just to help maybe with the context. Your weird was specifically superstition, maybe even more specifically sailor superstition.
Yes. So she'll go for like a seance type of a thing. And try to talk to the ghost of the captain of the ship that she used to sail on. Is that weird?
I would say that's weird. I like it. All right, what does Rat King do?
So he would 100% try and find some sort of like dice or card game to gamble on. The less skill and more luck based, the better. His whole thing is like, you know, there's no input that he can do that would change the outcome. It's just like once you put the money down and make your call, like that's it. Like, you know, out of his hands kind of situation. So I'm like even like an alleyway like over under kind of dice game or something. That's the kind of thing that he would go for.
Nice. An Outlander?
I had already explored a bit of the weird aspect of my character, like flashback to the first session that one time when I was waiting at the tavern at a bar for all of you. I was talking to the air. Since Outlander is Tykeros, which is supposedly has demon blood in it, he communicates with like fucking weird, outlandish entities that no one else can fucking see, and he just spends time with them to relax.
Beautiful. I love it. So after a few days of weirdness and debauchery, depending on who you are, you guys, we'll say you all rendezvous back at, we'll change it up. You know, where would Rat King's home be, and what would it be like?
Oh god, I haven't even thought about that.
Would it be a nest, if you will?
I was thinking about it. I think, ironically, I feel like he would have a very like clean and orderly living situation. As far as like level of comfort goes and like how much he spends on furnishings, I haven't really thought about.
Takes a get new man. You're just gonna keep rolling, aren't you? Yeah, get creative, improvise. What form your character's environment?
Yeah, let me paint a word picture, I guess. Part of me says like street level studio apartment. But like I said, like nothing, not like a bunch of trash everywhere and stuff. It's just pretty like clean and neat. No decorations on the walls. No sort of like personal effects that would like let you know that this is the person that lives here. It's just like a house. It's like it's shelter, you know.
Given his upbringing, people might be really surprised with your nickname on how you actually do live. Yeah, it would make sense. Maybe you're lacking a lot of personal effects. Maybe you gambled them all away.
That is true. I hadn't thought about that either.
And welcome, Matt. You're subbed now because New Man just gifted you one, and to James.
Oh hell yeah! Hell yeah!
The official sponsor of Scar's Twitch.
He sponsored
A
Deadlands and
benefactor.
Outblade.
I've been hold on. I've been following you
GM's
since
Day.
November 4th, 2015. Scar.
Jesus Christ.
It's a long time.
We've known each other since.
About that time, yeah.
No,
Maybe
no,
even
no, no.
earlier.
It would have been way earlier. I did not start streaming until like way after CS:GO. Way after.
Been a long ride.
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress. It's just an interesting thing.
Okay, so yeah, you guys all kind of meet up at Rat King's apartment. Very neat, very tidy. Not really anything expensive there. Like if you robbed his house, you would be out of luck.
Yeah.
Just the essentials. You all meet there after you kind of update yourselves on how your week has been. And none of you have heard from the Basilisk. You just kind of all set a time that you would meet up around now at this location, because that's when he said he would, and that's how many days he said he would give you. But of course, in natural fashion, it is actually a little bit odd that he had. First of all, you have met him, right? And second of all, at the interrogation, that he came to you. Everything before this has just been him sending a summons and giving instructions that way, or him sending summons for you to meet him. And likewise, just like the interrogation, you hear a locked door unlock at the front of Rat King's studio apartment in Upper Bel Air. And you hear someone walking on the hardwood floor into the apartment. Just 2 footsteps.
And we hear a cane.
You do hear a cane. And you look behind you and you see, again, what is that kind of coat called? That is literally the Basilisk in that picture right there that you're looking at. I don't know what that coat is called. It has a name.
An overcoat. I
I
don't know.
believe it still technically counts as a duster.
Is it a duster? Like that style has a specific name, I thought, but yeah, that's what he's always wearing, or a long, heavy black like fur coat.
It's just an overcoat is the only name I could find for it.
And as soon as he walks into view, of course, the music cues, and we begin after our downtime. Well, hello! How was your week been, everyone? It's nice to see you again. Don't all answer at once. No worries. I understand you're speechless. You've had such a great time off. Reveling in your success and in the events that have passed. We have scouted the area, and I have new information. Rat King, do you have a table somewhere we can set up and begin planning?
I go, ugh, no.
And he literally says that confused, as there doesn't seem to be anywhere where he can set up.
As you said, it was an interesting few days.
Yes, I see you've sold more than last I've been here. Don't worry, we will get your finances back in order.
The first time we met him was before this job. How the fuck was he at his...
As you wonder that very good question, he goes over to your bed and unfolds a map of the area. Oh shit! Did we lose Lax?
I think so.
His internet may have cut out again. So this goes into the planning phase. This is a group decision. Excuse me. Let's give him a few moments. The Rat King's throne is in the sewer. Isn't the Rat King also a Ninja Turtles character?
Maybe. I never
think
really watched Ninja Turtles.
I think his actual name is Rat King.
Maybe I'm not sure.
Now I have to know. Some. While we wait for Lax to get back, we'll do some Ninja Turtles research.
Rat King. Yep, that showed up. Oh my god, what the fuck is his appearance?
He's cool as shit. What are you talking about?
Now I need to know.
Look at the old
Yeah, Rat King.
photo of him. Look at the
Oh,
1987
that guy.
version.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember him now.
Oh, we got Lax back.
I need to change my entire character appearance because this is the new one. This is it.
So you guys aren't server muted anymore when you hop in here. So you're actually muted on your side right now, Matt. There we go.
All right.
Okay, so I don't know when you cut out, but Basilisk arrived at Rat King. These fucking names at Rat King's apartment with Raphael and Donatello, and they spread out the map of the city on Rat King's bed, and we are going to begin a planning phase. So, I see. Apparently Foundry, the music player in Foundry has been a huge fucking disappointment. I gotta say, it's just fucked up. All right, so now we're entering a planning phase. So you guys get to basically pick how you want to infiltrate your first actual score. So the assassination or kidnapping of Iverick was kind of a soft introduction. Now we're doing an actual 100% score. Score planning. So you get to pick how you want to go about it. Once you pick how you go about it, I'm gonna tell you what detail you get, and you know, in coordination with how you're gonna go about it. It'll make sense in a sec. We go from assault to deception to stealth to the occult to social and to transport. You guys, as a crew, need to decide which one you want to pick and how you would kind of best suit you.
Did the gang actually tell us to infiltrate the place, or just kill and find out and report back to them?
Are you talking about the Lamplax? No, the Lamplax told you to report back to them.
So the Basilisk is agreeing with us about double crossing, obviously.
Well, no, I'm sorry. No, this was a part of the Lamplax plan too. Sorry, when these games are so spread out, it's difficult. He told you the lead to go to. He's pointed you at him, and he said that if you go to the vault, you loot it back, he'll give you a cut.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Whether or not you guys actually do that, it's up to you.
He did say we can go to the vault and we get extra or whatever. Now I remember. Or we could just report straight back to them and give out on the extra pay from the vault. I remember.
Oh, shit. Hang on. That's gonna mess this up. Actually, I can't, Ken. Because when I pull you in, it screws up the cameras. Sorry, one sec, guys. All right, moving on. Sorry. All right.
Hey, that was a private message. You weren't supposed to share that with anyone.
What does that say?
He just wanted to. He just wanted to hang out. All right, there we go. Cameras are fixed.
He likes to listen.
He likes to watch.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
All right, so yeah, you guys are deciding how you want to go about this heist. You are robbing the Red Sash's vault.
Well, I'm a stealth kind of guy, but this seems like an occult kind of gang somehow.
2 of us are a cult, really?
I could definitely help in that regard.
The Red Sashes are predominantly, like, despite how Emmerich has been, mind you, Emmerich, as far as you know, is not technically a part of the Red Sashes. He funnels money to them through a foreign government. So he could be under their thumb, he could be doing it under duress, he could be a member. Now, the Red Sashes, I'll recap who they are if you guys need. I know it's been a second. The Red Sashes were originally a school of ancient Iruvian sword arts, since expanded into criminal endeavors. Their HQ is a sword fighting school/temple. They operate a handful of high-end drug dens across Crow's Foot and the docks, as opposed to the Lampblacks, who operate a lot of low-end drug dens. You know, their leader is Milira Clev. And you know that several of members of the Red Sashes have ties either through family relations or just personal connections to the Iruvian government and nobility. So how do you want to rob these fools? You want to kick the door down and just start shooting? You want to sneak in? You want to maybe coerce your way in? Go to maybe a Red Sash like social gathering and kind of 007 your way through. Think of heist movies you've seen in the past and what you think would be cool about how you approach this.
The Basilisk had his people scouted out. Is it just like a warehouse? Or is it an actual like front business that it has that hides the activity?
So how this more or less works is the details don't really matter at first, and they'll kind of play themselves out depending on what you pick. It's kind of presumed like, okay, you guys are huddled around going over plans that he's produced, you're discussing like their ins and outs, but rather than doing that in game, you're just picking kind of how you as a crew would best suit the situation. And that's how the action will start.
As you said, the 007 thing, the reason I'm asking is because I could blend in. Since I'm more fancy than the rest of the crew, I could blend in with the rich guys and I could distract them.
Well, that's the beauty of this game. If you guys all agree that you want to go to a social route on this, then the scenario would be, okay, you're there, and there is like a ball dance right now, and they're dancing, and they invited a bunch of Iruvian ambassadors over, and they're having like a big shindig, and you guys are in the center of it.
Well, I'm down for that method. What about the rest of you guys?
Basically, it's
we can
depending on what
do
y'all
that.
pick, you're gonna get thrusted right into the action right away.
So that sounds like either social or deception.
I think social would fall under deception.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, yeah, you're right. Deception, yeah, it's a separate method. Manipulating and tricking. And so, okay, well, look, that's a good point. Let me go through the descriptions. That might help you guys decide. So, assault, pretty self-explanatory. It literally says do violence. Do violence to a target. And my detail I will give to you is the point of attack. Deception, lure, trick, or manipulate. And the detail I give to you is the method of deception. Stealth, trespass unseen, and the detail will be the point of infiltration.
Thank you.
Occult will be engage in a supernatural power, and the detail I give to you is the arcane method. Hey, Lauren, what's up? Social would be negotiate, bargain, or persuade, and I'll give you the social connection as a detail. And transport, carry cargo or people through danger, and I'll give you the route. Transport seems very circumstantial, but it's always prevalent in the rules.
Do you give us the detail?
I give
Or
you
do
the
we give you the detail?
I give you the detail, I believe. It doesn't really say that in here. It says when you choose a plan, you provide a missing detail.
Yeah, who are you? Are you the player or are you the GM?
It's an excellent question. It'd be kind of weird if it was you as a player, since there's 4 of you.
It says you need to provide the detail, and then the GM will cut to the action.
I don't.
Your
see-
crew
I don't,
spends
I don't
time-
see the second half of what you said. When you choose a plan, you provide a missing detail, like point of attack or social connection. If you don't know the detail, you can gather information in some way to discover it on page 36.
Well, I'm here. I'm on 127 with you here. The second paragraph says, "You, the players, don't have to do the nitty-gritty planning." And then the next paragraph, you need to provide this, and then the GM will cut to the action. So I'm thinking on this page here, you are the player.
I'm assuming that means we provide the method that we use. So deception,
Yeah, we choose one of these 6, and then we give
So that's what it
we
means
give a
by
detail.
So, like, if it was gonna be social, it would be that, like, the Outlander knows somebody who can set him up with an invitation for us to the party.
funny, that's literally what I wrote in my notes that I was planning to do if we choose this method.
All right, so that's
Yeah,
it,
no, I
right?
think you're totally
Start
right.
with the action.
Each of you provide a detail that would fit the scenario, I suppose.
And then the GM cuts to the action, the first moment of the operation.
We all provide like one detail that would assist us in this job.
To, I guess, explain why that situation would suit each of you.
It definitely would not suit me, but I'm just going with it.
Hey, get creative. You never know.
You could
Yeah,
blend in as like a cook in the kitchen. You could get yourself hired as a cook.
yeah. Marge is definitely a back of house type person.
The
That would work
spider's gotta
amazing.
know some people that could, like, get us in or something.
Yeah. So I like acquire invites for the fucking thing. Marge gets herself hired on the like back staff or whatever. Alex gets us some fucking suits.
So, are you guys deciding on social or deception or what? That's the
what
first
I'm
step.
thinking for. No one else has said which.
It
method
seems
they
like social's probably the way we're kind of heading, which is fine with me.
I honestly feel like this is a deception. We're manipulating our way in there.
Yeah.
I kind of agree. It sounds like you guys are trying to manipulate and trick your way in.
Sounds good to me.
Alrighty, so yeah.
So, I'll start again with.
I took a point in consort this advancement, so I
There you
could help consort away.
Well, I'll start with you actually. Like, start. Going from the cameras from left to right. What is your detail in a deceptive way of infiltrating this facility?
My detail is that I've been scoping out the place since I caught a glimpse of the guy writing it down, and I'm going to have knowledge of, like, generally who's there and who comes in and out, so I can help guide the spider to our have the information he needs to convince somebody to just let us in. Yeah, Lander.
All right, Marge.
She gets herself in that kitchen, and with her age and size and just commanding presence, she kind of guides someone. Don't cut it like that. Cut it like you. That's not even the right knife. And so she like bosses someone around who's already been there, and like she just like establishes her dominance or her Her largeness, yeah. She establishes that she fits in there, that she knows her way around a kitchen and a blade. Are we rolling something?
No, not yet.
Okay, yeah.
There
So,
will
yeah,
be a roll here in a moment. Wrecking.
that's how she gets in there.
So, I was thinking about it, and the best way that I think it would work for Rat King is maybe during his gambling spree, his time off, one of the people he was gambling with, who took most of my money, sees me as an easy mark, and he says that there's a card game happening at this event, and he's like, hey, come along, because he wants to, take the rest of my money and my belongings.
Okay.
Like a backroom card game kind of thing.
Oh,
I
sorry.
had said what I was gonna do, but I get in touch with some of my contacts and acquire some invites to this event for all of us that are entering through, the front as opposed to the kitchen door. I like to imagine you just bust your way in there like, okay, all of you fuckers, you're doing it wrong. But whether they be forged invites or legitimate ones that I could have actually bought off of someone, that's left up to you, Mr. GM.
No, it's up to you. Remember, the players have just it's like almost 50-50 in Blazing Dark.
Red Sashes, high profile gang, Rich. They probably would be selling out invites to higher class people, so yeah, I acquire a legitimate invite through my contacts.
Okay. I'm seeing. I want to pause for a second. I'm seeing my mic pick up you guys talking, and I'm worried we're gonna get echoes again. Nope. Let's see. Postman, are you still there? You DM him. I'm gonna be so pissed if we get this playback and there's been echoes, even though we're like halfway through the game. But
Hey, chat, how does it sound? How do we sound out there?
That's the easy way to do it. Also, I gotta say, the picture you use for Large Marge is just fucking tops. That's so good.
I don't hear an echo on the stream.
sounds good. There's no echo of any kind, Ken? Well, he said sounds good, so that probably means no. That's why it's hard for me to determine the audio, because it says it's picking up. The bar's going up and down when you guys talk, like it's picking up. But...
Right, right.
Okay, so with that, first of all, you guys picked Deception. Let's change the scene.
We're going to a soiree.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Welcome to the streets. Streets of
Mean-
Duskfall.
The mean streets.
Yeah.
All right. So, the next would be your item loadouts. So, this is pretty quick and easy. You're just going to determine what kind of what kind of weight you're going to be carrying, pretty much. So, how the game works, we kind of touched on this last time. We'll just reiterate now. You don't have to worry about the equipment you bring into a heist or anything like that. The only thing you have to worry about preemptively is how much you're bringing in. If you're going to bring in a light, medium, or heavy load. So, if you guys are trying to go in deceptively, you probably don't want to go in with like a ladder strapped to your back and a big backpack and a grappling hook, depending on how much you have is how much you can also conceal. So figure out, correlate like how you guys just said you're getting into this situation based on your details and what your load will be.
I will be using probably the exact same build as I was before. It's like a light build.
It's on, and it is, yeah, it's on your character sheet if you guys want to just go ahead and put that in there now. I believe, yeah, you just tick it off, right? No, let me see here. Loadouts.
The
Yeah, you
drop
can
down?
select light, normal, heavy, and then
Light,
you can
normal.
drag in items.
And as we go along, you will say, "Oh, yeah, I have a Derringer that's been concealed this whole time." Then you'll add it to your items after that point, depending on the situation that arises.
So with a normal loadout, you have 2 items. Is that right?
Let me look at the rules.
Yeah. When I toggle light, normal, heavy, it doesn't really do anything.
No, it's probably
no
just
one's
there to
looking at
remind
that.
you.
Alright.
Oh, yeah, I don't see loadout offhand. Let me look in the appendix. Index. Load 57 to 127. 157. Load light 1 to 3. Normal 5, 4 or 4 or 5. These are rolls. 6. Okay, yeah, and I believe when it comes to items, either they cost 1 or 2 points. If they're really heavy, like if you're carrying an anvil, it would be 2. If it's something reasonable, it would just be a point. So let's just roll with this. So light load is 1 to 3 items, are points and items. Normal is 4 to 5, and then heavy is 6. You're encumbered 7 to 9. You can't move past that.
Marge is going light. Specifically, it says you're faster, less conspicuous, and you blend in with citizens, which is what I need.
Oh yeah, for those of you that don't have a book, light load, what he just said. Normal, you look like a scoundrel ready for trouble. Heavy, you're slower, you look like an operative on a mission. And encumbered, you're overburdened and can't do anything except move very slowly. I'll be right back.
So, guys, we should probably all wind up being light loads unless you want to look like a scoundrel ready for trouble.
Yeah.
No, I'm totally fine with the light load.
3 items, 1 to 3 items is still we can come up with a lot.
1 to 3 weighted items. There is also 0 weight items.
Nice.
It's still so strange to me coming from like a pretty strictly D&D background to be like, oh, just call out the items you want as you need them, you know,
Yeah.
instead of like predetermining loadouts and like spells and whatever. It's like, oh, you just have it because you said you have it.
Yeah, I want your list of prepared spells given to me before the session begins.
Right, yeah. It's just a very different experience. Not a bad one by any means. It's just hard to get used to still.
Imagine how I feel, man. I'm one of those kind of GMs that make you count how many fucking arrows you have in your quiver.
One of the guys.
But I was the only one that did that in Pathfinder.
One of the guys that I play with, he's constantly trying to import Blades in the Dark into other games and just be like, let's just have a little retcon. It's like, dude, you're just a player. You can't retcon everything anytime you want. Settle down. This isn't Blades in the Dark.
Yeah, I like it. It's good for what it is. You know what I mean? It works. It just makes it fun. It's people that want to have like a really serious game and really crunch. I can see why they wouldn't like this at all. But if you're just like I said, if you just need to pull something out of your ass for a night or so, have some fun with your buds, it's great for that. It's almost better for that than other like simple games I've seen, just because not only encourages, but it like facilitates pulling things out of your ass. Okay. Next is our role I was speaking about before. Everyone, I'm assuming, has their load figured out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Next is the engagement role. So, this game is a discussion, so I'll read this out. So, is the operation particularly bold or daring? I would say yes. That would give you guys a +1 die. Is the operation overly complex or contingent on many factors? I would also say yes, which is a -1 die.
Is it? Can we argue here?
Oh yeah, no, this is a conversation.
Is it overly complex?
Well, you are robbing one of the more powerful gangs in an entire district. One that has pretty high-end ties and wealth behind them. And you're stealing that wealth.
That's definitely risky.
Risky, but not necessarily complex. Just because they're one of the biggest gangs doesn't mean they're smart.
True,
Yeah,
but
okay.
is it contingent on many factors?
I don't think so.
How not?
Is it?
There's so many ways that this could go wrong.
We got tickets.
We got tickets.
We got invitations with our names on them. Well, fake names.
What could go wrong? Okay, so
You
we're
could
taking.
get caught for one. It's not exactly a controlled situation. You're going based on just intel you received from the Basilisk, and you're about to go and pick a high-end, or not pick a high-end, but try to infiltrate a high-end vault. It's not. You're not robbing the corner store down the street.
Alrighty.
Does the plan's details expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest? Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, so,
Absolutely.
After
You're
all,
hitting them
it
like in their hardest weakest
yeah.
spot.
Plus, if we are going in during like a soiree or whatever, there's gonna be a lot of people, so their weakness will be that it'll be hard to just spot us out in the crowd.
Is the target strongest against this approach, or do they have particular defenses or special preparations? I would lean towards no. This is a party. They probably only have the normal defenses set up for whatever contingency that would go on. So I think that would give you guys a +1 die. The first one canceled out. The second one gives you a +1.
Solid.
Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insights for this operation? No one's explored that avenue yet.
The Basilisk. He
Well,
gave us something, didn't he? We have a map.
All of you have
Look.
an ally and a rival on your character sheet that you can tap into for this very reason.
and my
Oh,
ally
yeah.
just so happens to be an information broker. That could get us good intel on who might be there, weaknesses of the Red Sashes, that sort of thing.
Okay. Anybody else?
I have a Physiker as a friend.
Doctor?
Is that what that is? Okay. Maybe I should have gone to see them since I'm nicked from the last operation.
I mean, that's whatever. You all have superficial damage. I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
It's only been 4 days.
Yeah,
You probably get rid of the if you have a superficial
Like
injury.
a less effect harm.
Yeah. There's specific rules about that, but if you get nicked or singed or breathless, I think is all what you all had. I'm sure that would
Okay.
be gone in 4 days.
Restless for a week.
All right. Well then, no, I can't help. My
I just-
friends.
The hardest time catching my breath for the entire week.
All that gambling, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Anybody else with a contact to make be usefulness?
I have a possessor ghost friend, but I don't know how useful that might be. Maybe just like for quick intel, but I'm not 100% sure how effective that might be.
Okay, kind of, maybe, sort of. How about you, Peltz?
I didn't think so. But my person's like a clerk.
Clerks know how to.
Clerk could be anything though, but we do have an information broker, which could definitely be beneficial. I think +1 die in there is
I would also say that the Possessor Ghost could be good if it works how I think
If
it
utilized
works, where it can
correctly.
possess someone.
the clerk and yeah, both of them, even the doctor. You know, this is a gang; they need to get patched up too. All of these, I think, could contribute to a +1 die. Now, the real question, though, is to make this +1 die even matter, do any of you have rivals that would give you a negative in this?
I picked a rival that exactly is the counter to my friends.
You have Red
It's a-
Sash as your rival?
No. He's a spirit trafficker.
Okay. That would probably cancel yours out, yeah.
Yeah.
Mine is a blue coat archivist.
Nah. I don't think that would cancel it out.
Mine's a pugilist. I don't think a boxer would.
a punchy
Well,
boy.
they start punching you in the kitchen.
Yeah, right.
he starts a fist fight with you.
What?
What do you
got
mean?
a job here?
He just happens to
What
be
do you
one of the
mean my
cooks.
potatoes aren't cut right?
How about you, Peltz? It's like, yeah, my rival is the
No,
leader of the
my
Red
rival's
Sash.
a beggar.
A beggar, okay.
A beggar
Alright.
and a clerk.
So, that gives you guys a total of 3d6, is what I'm hearing. It's for your engagement roll. So, the engagement roll, to give you an idea, when you go into the action, if you succeed on a 6, you're in a controlled position when the action starts. A 4 or 5, you're in a risky position when the action starts, and of course a 1 and 3 is you're in a desperate position. So it determines how things kind of kick off. We're thrusting right into the action. You're all kind of playing roles at this Red Sash ball. So this building is 3 stories tall. It is an old church that they have begun using for their more administrative side of their endeavors. It's a front for the school. It's not the school itself. The school is a much larger building. This is a much smaller building. But again, it used to be a church with 3 stories and a basement. You know, the vault is in the basement. Anyway, they are having a soiree with some of the Iruvians who are in town on diplomatic endeavor with the city right now, with Duskfall. And they and friends of friends of friends are here. So it's not unusual to see people who are not Iruvian here. It's a very mixed crowd of all sorts. But it is upper class, on the upper class side of things. Let me go ahead and make the 3d6 roll.
Who's doing that?
Yours truly.
Oh,
It's a weird die. It didn't even do it. Let's see. A 4, a 3, and a 2. So, that's going to put us in there in a risky scenario. Is that right? Or should all of you make a roll? Did you see something otherwise, Ryan?
no, I don't know. I was just asking.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's a GM roll. All right. So, risky situation. Number 1, you're all in there in different ways. And from the sound of it, you're all kind of split up. Is that right?
I think so, yeah.
I thought like the 3 of us were together, and just Marge was in the kitchen.
Yeah, I was thinking the 3 of us go in and who's the lurk in the group again? It's
me.
Digby, right? You sneak off while I keep attention on me in the main room. And
I can go try and connect with Marge.
yeah, Marge can direct you to wherever you need to go. She probably scouted out the back while screaming at the kitchen staff.
So we're gonna start a clock. We're in a risky situation, and the clock is for detection. Figure it out. Thank you. This is gonna be a much larger clock. It's gonna be an 8. And I will put it on the stream right now. Beautiful. Alright, what are you all doing?
So I try and slip off and find Marge in the kitchen.
Marge, do you have any skill that you think would attribute to you faking as a cook?
Command?
Command, yeah. Absolutely.
Good.
Give you a command roll?
Oh, so you're kind of just in like ordering the cooks around, doing this and that, and trying to.
That's not the right way to do it. You're not even holding the knife right.
Okay.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Let's do a risky standard roll.
Okay. Yikes. Yes, there we go.
Success. All right. Yeah, you're doing a good job. You are definitely not why there's any kind of suspicion for you right now. You see Peltz enter the kitchen. Peltz, did you
what
dress
are you
up for
doing
the
back
occasion,
here?
or what do you look like right now?
Yeah, I'm dressed for the occasion as best I could.
I'll go to him and be like, guests aren't supposed to be allowed. You go back, keep cutting that, and then I go
I'm
up to
just
him.
looking for another drink. Could you direct me to the bar?
Yeah, I go out with him and start showing him, and I'm like finding where the bar is and bringing him, but I'm walking him with him, and I'm like checking in basically. But I don't have anything to say. So
All right, in the general area.
We can head towards the others are over there, and it seems like that Outlander was gonna keep an eye and keep people distracted. And I suggest we try and see if we can make our way unnoticed towards where this entrance to downstairs is gonna be. Whatever Basculus showed us his thoughts of a plan for how we actually enter this basement.
Okay.
Can I just declare that I know where the elevator is, or do we have elevators or staircase? How about that?
There are lists, yes. So for the first area, you guys all meet together. Everyone make your best resolve roll. Whatever you have the best in resolve.
Risky standard?
Very risky standard.
Right.
Oh, no.
Snake eyes.
Oh no.
Couple of fails. Look at us, couple of failures over here.
All right, large Marge and Peltz. You're drawing attention, both of you, quite a lot. You're not quite accustomed to this life, and people are dancing around. You have one shirt half tucked in. You kind of you just don't quite fit in. They're kind of wondering why one of the cooks is out of the cooking area, and the general, a lot of eyebrows getting raised, and that's going to be a tick on the alert clock.
All right.
I knew I should have fucking called the foresight before you guys rolled.
There is an elevator and a stairway leading to the floor below. However, there are 2 sashes at each guarding it. So, like, if you wanted to go to the bottom floor of the stairway, there are 2 sashes, and at the elevator, there are 2 sashes on either side as well.
We'll need some sort of like distraction, maybe, to get them away.
Maybe a little electricity trick
Fight.
somewhere.
Or we
That's what I'm
could start a
thinking.
fight in the front to draw the guards into breaking it up.
Okay.
And something a little
The-
supernatural.
What's the lighting situation look like here? Like, is it like sconces and stuff? Is it like a chandelier?
There's a grand chandelier in the center of the general area on the first floor. There's a little makeshift ballroom area. Think of a very high ceiling, but everything else has been made into like either a meeting area on each side and a center ballroom area that's slightly raised. So a bunch of circular tables all around a raised platform in the center, and to the back is where the bar is. It leads to the kitchen behind. Elevator on the left-hand side of that, and the stairs as well. Grand chandelier hanging from the very high ceiling. Everything around that, you can see the second floor from here. It's kind of what would that term be? It's not a balcony. The second floor is up there. You can see. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And all along that are a bunch of electric lights. Everything is electric.
Okay. I want to try and like see. I want to like overload the circuits and like trip breakers, but I don't want to like permanently shut the lights off because then.
I like it. Light this place up and then black it out.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna try and like kill the grid basically. With some like overloading the circuits and whatever.
Okay, how do you do that exactly?
Let me see what it was.
How do you use your powers?
As an ability, I can push myself to do one of the following: unleash a circle of lightning as a weapon. I'm not really using it as a weapon. I'm just trying to like energize like overload it more or less. I just like I'm thinking like maybe just like take out one of the bulbs or something and like attune electricity into the socket.
Your attune is associated with your kind of electrical ability you have?
I believe so, yeah. It doesn't say explicitly in the abilities, but
So you're basically going to use Tempest on a light.
basically, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure what I should roll to.
It would be a
Result
roll, I
list.
would say, unless you're. I mean, you're probably trying to do this inconspicuously.
Right.
You can push yourself. Would that just mean you take a stress point to do it?
Maybe. I'm still not 100% sure how the mechanics work of
Well,
pushing
you
yourself. and
push
stuff like
yourself to give you better odds to succeed in something.
that. Okay.
That's all that is. Whisper. I'm looking for you right now. Tempest. You can push yourself to do. Yeah, you have to push yourself to use Tempest first of all.
Okay.
You can push yourself to do one of the following: unleash a stroke of lightning as a weapon. I think that pretty much answers your question right now. Let's see. When you unleash lightning as a weapon, the GM will describe its effect level and significant collateral damage. If you unleash it in combat against an enemy who's threatening you, you'll still make an action roll. It'll just be an attune roll. Okay.
Since this isn't combat, it just happens and you
Okay.
push yourself.
Yeah. So pushing
All right. So
yourself.
I'll add a stress.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. And then that's what I want to do.
Lax out the building.
If it happens that way, we'll see.
You're pulling
I
an
don't know.
electro, just grabbing the wires and just
Yeah. We'll get some unlimited power situation, you know.
Yeah. So you go over to like the side of the room where just one light is. No one's really around you. You just kind of lean up against the wall and act like you're yawning. Reach up to it and clasp onto the electric sconce. There's no visual effect to this. You can just invoke Tempest and shoot an electrical current through it. The bulb immediately explodes on the one you're touching. All of the lights in the room flicker and then go out. There's all of a sudden silence in the room except for a collective sound of gasps in the room. You also hear the distinct sound of a few swords being drawn.
I try and sneak towards the stairs, trying to draw Marge with me. Well, let's go. It's our time.
Okay. As you guys approach the stairs, you see the black silhouettes of the two same guards there.
How to draw them away? Okay. I got an idea. Might be very bad.
Those are the best.
I know.
I was gonna say the
So,
same.
This is gonna be the first use of an item in this. I am gonna call that I had a concealed palm pistol with me. And in the darkness, I'm just gonna shoot it off into the air to try and draw as many guards towards the ballroom as possible. Hopefully, a gunshot will facilitate that most of the guards in the building come to that area.
Okay. Well, roll an action roll for this. Well, I mean, I guess there really wouldn't be an action roll here.
Finesse for you if you want.
So let's look at the scenario. So you guys are in more or less darkness. All right. It's the evening. There's not really any light. Maybe a little bit of dim moonlight coming in, as there always is. All the lights are out. So you shoot off a Derringer. Now the flash from this would be very small and brief, obviously, but it would be there, and it would be the only thing of light in the room right now. So maybe, I mean, I would say maybe you're proud to get out of the situation quickly and unseen and unheard. But you tell me if something else more appropriate works that you have.
He wrecked the party.
Fucking wrecked the place.
Foresight wouldn't help me because that's for helping a teammate, not me, so I can't use it for my own role.
How close am I to him right now?
Well-
You're like in a corner secluded, aren't you?
I mean, you guys are where you say you are. You guys are 50-50 a part of the storytelling here.
Okay.
I'm just telling you how I envision it too on that note. So if you maybe do something that contradicts what I just said, maybe Newmain, you tell me how you do it exactly.
Well, I was just thinking that Tempest has another thing listed that you can do. So I'm thinking that after he fires off the shot, I can burn another stress and cast like heavy fog around to try and like even further obscure and confuse people.
Now you can just generally spend the stress to aid someone, I believe, and it can translate into what you're describing.
Oh, so like instead of me saying like I use the Tempest to do it, it's just like an assist more or less.
Well, you can say how you assist is that you make fog in the room. It's
Okay, yeah,
an equivalent
yeah.
stress point. You know what I mean?
I just have a ability that lets me assist twice without spending stress, so anyone can assist.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try and do that then to try and like cause even more confusion.
And I think that would give you another die. I'm trying to find it right now.
Yeah, I think assist is just a +1D.
Sometimes this is just, it's so hard to find things in this fucking book, man.
It's funny, at the beginning of this book, it instructs you, read the whole book. And then you'll have an idea. Like, oh, thanks.
Yeah, it's like, oh, gee, why didn't I think of that? Thanks.
Also, did they expect you to
134.
remember the entire book?
No, it's saying, they're basically saying skim over it all and then go back to bits and pieces for details. 134 is assist. Luckily, there's an index that sometimes helps. I've had to go on their Discord a lot with questions on where shit is. Assist. When you assist another player who's rolling, describe what your character does to help. Take 1 stress and give them 1 D. Yeah. Alright.
So, you just do the fog thing to create even more confusion while I fire off the shot to try and draw the guards into the ballroom.
So we're still back where we were, though. You get an extra die to roll with your action roll, but
Position?
what are you doing exactly? The position
As I said,
is risky in a controlled. Wait, I'm sorry. Risky with great effect.
so as I said, I am quickly, when the lights go out, I draw out my Derringer, shoot it up into the air, and then I try to quickly move myself, hide the gun, so they don't see that it's me that did it. And
Okay, quickly hide yourself sounds like a prowl to me.
Yeah.
When I ask you how you do something, I mean that's kind of like, you know, what
Man,
what
hot dice
are you
today.
using to do it?
Those are anvils.
yeah,
Fucking hell.
I am using the concealed palm pistol, which is the first item from my loadout.
You succeed with colors. You immediately pop it in the air. Maybe you shoot it in your sleeve a little bit to conceal the flash from the pistol. That, in addition to the fog, there's almost no discernible location where it comes from. You immediately duck down and connect with your party. As he does this, Peltz and I think Large Marge was with Peltz. You guys see the silhouettes at the stairs. Leave to see what the action was, see what the loud burst was with their swords drawn.
I'll try and I'll try the door. I assume it's not open, so I've pretty much already got my pry bar from my burglary tools out.
There's no door. It's open stairs going up and down.
Oh.
We head down.
I'm like, how? I'll sneak down. Come on, guys. And then I
It's just you
prowl
and
down.
Marge sneaking in right now.
I think it would make more sense for us to stay up here,
Yeah.
because not to raise suspicion or anything.
If I disappear, it's gonna be kind of odd since I kind of stand out. You know, black eyes and all that. Pretty sure
There's
everyone's-
plenty of other people of your heritage there.
So I guess
Unless
me
you
and
intentionally want to stand out, I would assume you don't.
well, yeah, I would have because for Digby to sneak it over to Large Marge, I did do some distracting, so I didn't make my presence known. So Rat King can sneak out though.
I'm trying to decide if it makes more sense for me to stay or go.
Should I stay or should I go?
I think I'll also go then.
Yeah, you guys. I mean, you're just gonna be up there in darkness.
Right. Yeah, I'll also try and head down with them.
Okay.
We'll stay up and try to make the situation as confusing by like bumping into people, fucking dropping shit, just to make the
Clattering
situation
trays of food onto the floor.
Yeah, just make it as chaotic up there so it takes them as long to investigate as possible.
Okay. So the party splits up. And 3 of you go downstairs. 1 of you stays on the first floor. You guys go down to the first floor. When you go around the bend of the stairs to actually go to the first floor, you know, you go down the flight and then there's like a little section, then you go down all the way. You're in total fucking darkness. You guys cannot see a thing.
Alright, I'll try and prowl down at least to the first landing and just kind of listen, just follow the wall.
Okay.
And then if I can't hear anyone down from the landing, I'll light my lantern. But only once I round the corner. I don't want to like have there all of a sudden in the dark room upstairs, now there's a light coming from downstairs. Like from right in the stairway. So I want to try and like get around the corner of the landing or whatever's there. And then light my lantern so that they can come down. But I don't want to listen first either way. Make sure I'm not like, there's not somebody right around the corner or right there. I just can't see you and I light it and I'm like, hi, kill me.
Hello.
No, you don't hear anything but really deep gaping like echoes of your footsteps, and just yours and theirs that are with you.
Okay. So yes, I'll add this lantern to my loadout and light it up.
All right. You light your lantern up. There is a long hallway. You're on marble floor now, with marble walls, with a marble ceiling. That just goes on and on and on and on and on.
Do we have any information about this? We have a map, right?
You were given a rough layout of everything, and you know the vault is in the basement. And that really should be all there is in the basement, aside from some storage rooms.
So this long hallway is not on the map.
Kind of. It looks significantly longer than what the information you received was.
Okay. Well, I guess we go down the long hallway.
Okay. What is the Outlander doing? Everyone's thoroughly confused. Lanterns are being lit to illuminate the room. Old gas lights that haven't been used in ages are being lit as backups.
As I see the first light come on, that's when I'm like, yeah, there's not much else I can do up here, and I make my way down to join the crew before it's light enough for people to actually see me sneak out.
Okay. You do so. You see the crew about 20 yards away down a long marble hallway. You see one lantern lit, and three silhouettes. I'm sorry.
Outlander comes up to you. There's a big red stain on his blazer, and it's like, you gotta do what you gotta do for the job. I think he just takes it off and stuffs it somewhere, like ties it around his waist or something. Can't be walking around with it. Wine stain now, can I?
I hate not being.
Was your jacket getting a little warm there?
No, actually, it's really cold in my room. I took it off just for
dramatic effect. Always a showman.
So the party is I assume maybe at a brisk walk, maybe even a jog, going down this hallway. Again, as you go on, all you can hear is the clitter-clatter of your boots in a just long passageway. And you feel like you're running for an odd amount of time. You look back and you no longer even see the stairway. It's just this long corridor. You pass by a door here and there. You're welcome to investigate if you do so. There's just storage. After you pass maybe the fourth door of just general storage, there's nothing anymore. And you continue walking and walking and walking and walking. After what feels like an eternity of walking and just, you're starting to kind of feel the hair raise on the back of your neck. You know it's been a moment. You're worried that maybe they've even turned the lights back on way back. You don't know anymore. Are there even lights here? You haven't seen a single one. The situation is just seeming a little odd to you. But finally, something happens of significance as you approach the end. You see the end of the door. I'm sorry, the end of the passageway. And you see the vault. Let me change the scene. Actually, I'll hold on. I'll hold for a moment before I change the scene. And I'll pause the music for dramatic effect. In the center of the passageway, you see what I can only describe as maybe like a modern day trash can. Right in the center there, a steel cylinder coming out of the ground. Doesn't look like it's attached to the ground. You don't see any feet or anything like that. Just a steel metal cylinder coming out of the ground. As you approach it, a cap, like a seal on the top, pops open. And steam starts to come out of the cap. Before you can really react or do anything, another pop happens. And 2 joints out of the side of this cylinder pop out of each side. Steam starts coming out of this. And then suddenly the cylinder it starts to raise taller and taller and taller and taller and taller. And then more compartments out of the cylinder begin popping out, and you start hearing the cranking of metal. And then suddenly you see what look like 2 blue eyes appear at the top, and it begins to take somewhat of a human form. And now I'll change the scene.
Let me just quote Sean real quick from the start of this session. It's not really steampunk. He said
this is all gears, man, and a little bit of steam.
it's literally steampunk.
So you see the door beyond, and a hole begin to take form and take what looks like a threatening stance in front of you, guarding the vault behind you. And normally we would enter a combat phase here, but I don't, there we are. Let's go with this. What are the party's actions?
How it's still, so this all happened in front of us. It's still between us and all of us and the actual vault door.
Yes. Picture like if there was a Transformer, like from the actual show Transformers, who's a trash can, literally morphing into a robot.
So Marge wants to get to the side of him. We're facing it, and then behind it is the door. She wants to get way off to the side and then basically tackle it out from in front of the door. And in order to put the door, in order to get access to the door for the rest of the team, she's going to single-handedly try to fight this thing.
So Marge, as you, it's still kind of hard to see in this fight. As a matter of fact, the eyes from this robot illuminate more than his lantern has been, since you were in utter darkness at the moment. Okay. As you kind of get a little bit closer and start squaring up with this thing, you notice it is a good 7 feet tall. It's quite larger than you. Not that would deter Marge in any way.
Right. Well, she's lining her attack up. She's lining up her attack run.
Okay.
As I see Marge do this, I'll try and get myself in position to charge in with her and provide an assistance to her action, as well as helping close the distance between me and the door.
Okay. How are you helping her exactly? What are you doing?
Go low, go high.
If Marge is, I go high.
You go low,
So-
I'll go high. I'll not
Okay,
do
so
the
yeah,
old
so I'll
the old
charge
crouch
in
behind his.
Marge. I'm not trying to make the initial contact with Marge, but I intend to slam into the kind of the point of impact. I'm not concerned. I'm not trying to like straight tackle this thing, and I'm not trying to just shove Marge from behind, but right there between those two things.
Right.
What if you did the old like kneel behind their knees schoolyard, and push them right over you?
I don't know. This thing might crush me.
So, what ability are you using to do this?
I'll just use Marge.
No, you. Yeah. So we'll start with you first because you're kind of setting this hole up so that she can do the main attack.
So I'll use my it seems more skirmish than finesse, I guess. That I'm just trying to throw some extra weight in there, some extra impact.
You could argue it for finesse, couldn't you?
Let's
I
see.
have the same points in either, so.
Oh, okay.
So, when you skirmish, you entangle a target in close combat so they can't easily escape. You might brawl or wrestle with them. You might hack and slash. You might seize or hold a position in battle. It could even be
Yes,
duel.
it is.
So it sounds like that would work. If you want to go ahead and roll, this is going to be, however, desperate limited action.
Is there any before you roll? Is there any way I can use
Well,
foresight?
I was just going for the spend distress and assist to give.
Oh
him the
yeah,
extra die.
I'm sorry. No, you're totally fucking right. Yeah, so you're granting Marge a die here.
Okay, nice. So Marge is definitely skirmishing.
All right. And Newmain, you tell me. You're the one with the ability. Can you do this at any time, or how does it work?
Foresight, it's basically assist, so I can call it before someone rolls, but I just have to give an explanation of how I prepared for this, and I don't have to spend stress.
Well, that leads to the question: can multiple people assist in one action?
A good question.
I
don't see why not.
Well, I want to say offhand that I want to say no because I'm the GM and I'm trying to kill you. But let me check.
That's
I
fine.
can't
I-
put
But
anything
it's a
anyway.
50-50 collaborative story telling experience. But I'm trying to kill you.
make me eat my own words. Let me see.
Done that twice, Sean.
We're all learning.
I'm not.
134. I don't learn anything. I'm Large Marge. It's getting really hot in my office right now.
Character cast, assist, you assist another player, extras. A character may assist a group action, but only if they're taking part in it directly. It doesn't say anything about only one person being able to do it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that either. When a team of PCs work together, the characters have those 4 special team maneuvers. That alone tells me when you assist another player's rolling, describe your character. It sounds to me like this is just going to be an exchange of stress. Stress is precious, so I think it would be fair if everybody could assist at once, honestly. Lead a group action. Well, hang on. When you lead a group action, you coordinate multiple members of the team to tackle a problem together. Describe how your character leads the team in a coordinated effort. Do you bark orders, etc. Each PC who's involved makes an action roll, and the team counts the single best result as the overall effect for everyone involved. However, the character leading the group action takes 1 stress for each PC that rolled a 1 to 3.
So do you want to do the group or just have one person assisting you? Right.
probably one person assist me because I'm still rocking force stress from last time. So I don't think I can handle that amount of failure, basically.
How many times can you use your ability, Newman?
Twice per score.
You want to use this now?
I don't see how I could have prepared for Steam Automaton, so there's no viable explanation for me to use it, so no.
Okay.
I will not assist.
All right. So back to Pelt's burning and stress and giving you a die.
I did.
All right, so modifier 1 die and then position and effect.
This is desperate and limited.
All right.
We're counting on your large Marge.
Yep, here we go. Here's the roll.
God damn,
Nice.
a 5 and a 6.
Ooh.
Very
You're a
nice.
beast.
Oh.
What a champ.
Marge is bigger than the actual automaton.
Marge, describe exactly what it is you were trying to do, please.
Find a weak part. Find a weak part of this thing and make it stop working.
Well, you can't just shut down the whole fight on one success.
Oh,
I don't know. That was
all right.
that was
well,
some good rolls.
If you rolled 3 6s, maybe he would have let you.
she's trying to.
To be fair, let me. I'll get a clock started for this.
She's trying to remove a gear or remove a mechanism that looks integral. She has no real skill at automatons or anything like that, but she can
Kills with the
fight.
fist.
Yeah.
All right, our clock has been started. This will be a 6-piece clock, which you just ticked.
All right, and the real goal was to move him from out in front of the door. So I was trying to like tackle him and move him
Okay.
and hurt him.
All right, one success at a time. You successfully. Well, I'll give you 2 actually here. You push the automaton to the side, the hole, into the wall, into the marble wall. And as you do so, you see that it has exposed gears on its back.
All right,
All right.
hit its backside.
And we'll keep going. I've been doing from left to right the whole night, so let's do right to left. Newming, what are you doing now?
I do believe it is time for me to get myself another loadout item. I'm gonna go for a blade or 2 item, and after hearing Marge scream to attack the back of it, I'm gonna draw a knife from my vest, and I'm gonna try swing around the back of it and get it lodged in the gears to try and stop them or damage them in some significant way.
Okay. What ability would best suit what you're describing?
Since I'm trying to do it fast, swing around, that's probably finesse.
Let's use this as learning experience and go over a lot of the attributes tonight. Finesse, 173. Finesse. When you finesse, you employ dexterous manipulation or subtle misdirection. You might pick someone's pocket, you might handle the controls of a vehicle or direct a mount. You might formally duel an opponent with a graceful fighting arts. You could try to employ those arts in a chaotic melee. Sounds to me you wouldn't even need a knife. Maybe you're just taking this thing apart while it's fighting.
Well, it's a
But it's up to you.
construct. It's a construct, so I somehow doubt the gears wouldn't be lodged under pretty firmly, so I could use the knife as a counterweight to pull it off from the back of it.
Like a
Okay.
makeshift pry bar.
Just pull it off with, a pry bar. So finesse. Does anyone want to assist me in this one, or should I just go for it?
I think I'm
trying to think
occupied.
I'm trying to think of ways I can help.
Helping holding it in place against the wall where Marge pulled it.
Yeah, I'm.
Alright.
There's something to prevent it from being able to swing around.
That's it.
face me.
That's the one. So I'm gonna grab an item. I remember seeing it, but I can't remember what it was. Unusual weapon. I have a length of chain, and I'm gonna try and wrap it around the arm and like hold it down with my weight too.
Okay. Get a 1 die.
So, position and effects, Scott?
Since Marge just push it to the side and get into the wall, and since you're getting assistance with this, I'll make this still desperate, but a standard effect.
And that is a plus stress for me, correct?
Yeah, you take a stress from that.
Okay, I'm still trying to make sure I remember.
Let's hope my luck with the dice today isn't gonna run out now.
Why'd you have to go and say that?
Damn it. Hey, fucking Corvin is a very skinny lad. He has trouble.
Alright, so, Reed gets a chain, tries to strap it around the Hull's neck, hold it down as Marge has just pushed this thing against the wall. You try to get in underneath to take out maybe a gear, maybe cut a fuse, or what have you. As you do so, though, you immediately get a very unnatural reflex from this being. In a blink of an eye, it does what can only be described as like a horse kick. As soon as you duck under and get in, it immediately kicks you with a lightning reflex directly into your face, knocking you to the opposite wall. And you take severe harm. You have a broken nose.
What would that be under?
You'll never be pretty again.
Corbin is creepy. He is not pretty.
The money maker.
You have I'm sorry, a broken nose and a concussion. Severe. Let me check harm. It says severe, but it doesn't give me a level.
There's the negative one. Day one.
I would
That's a level
say
2.
it's a level 2. Yeah. I'll just double check. Page 30. No, that's a level 3. You guys see Corvin get kicked directly into the face and get his head crushed in the back of the wall as he falls on the ground with blood pouring out of his nose. Still conscious, but taking a heavy blow. You could probably compound broken nose and concussion and just call it a skull fracture. Wrecking.
Okay, so with the chain still wrapped around its neck, I shout, "Everyone get back!"
Oh,
And I just
wait.
channel.
I'm sorry. Hold that thought. Now, you guys are in a boss fight, so obviously the consequences are going to be dire for failures. You do get to resist if you want. What just happened? New main.
Oh, does that cost me a stress or what?
Yes, it costs stress. It could potentially cost quite a lot of stress. But it will save you from dying.
What do I roll for that or what?
Let's see. Resistance. You reduce or avoid the effects of a consequence. Suffer 6 stress minus the highest die result. So,
Okay,
that'd be a prowess.
a flat prowess or something under prowess.
Let me check. I'm checking right now.
I think the resistances are the actual category.
I think it's just prowess.
Okay, how would I I can use.
And
The
if you do
weird-
this, you'll suffer that stress. Potentially, you won't suffer any stress if you roll 6, obviously, or higher. And that will reduce the skull fracture to a level 2.
So, since the Outlander has that weird, like, metaphysical connection thing, as he goes in to try and stab at it, he gets a little tingle on the back of his neck and realizes something's about to fucking happen to him, and instead decides to dodge out of the way, and... So that's 6 negative
You
3,
suffer
right?
3 stress. Good job. So yeah, that will drop it down to what I said before, a broken nose and concussion. Level 2. You get a -1 die roll now. No, just one. Just put broken nose and concussion in the same field. There you go. All right, sorry to interrupt you, Mr. Rat King. What are you doing now?
Okay. I'm gonna use the chain that's already wrapped around its neck and just channel lightning through it, and just go for the attack.
Very smart. Let me check on something as you do that. Okay. Alright, you're rolling in a tune?
Yeah. I'm guessing risky or desperate. I'm guessing. I
This
don't
is
know.
gonna be. This is still going to be a desperate but great.
Okay.
Partial. You, sir, just tick 2 clocks on the hull's damage as you electrify and short circuit the hull for a brief moment.
And I do get stress from that too, correct?
From your attunement? Oh, when you use Tempest, you do, yes.
Okay.
All right, so you successfully tick 2 marks on the clock there. However, you've also just supercharged the hull. It will have an increased effect on its next attack.
If we overcharge it, it might explode.
Okay.
Let's see what
and
happens
let's
next
see.
time.
So that's New Main. Margie went first, and then that was Rat King. Pelt, what are you doing?
Now I'm kind of scared of blowing myself up on this, shocking myself on this hull. Just got it all electrified. I'm gonna start to inspect the door and see if I'm gonna be able, what I'm gonna have to do to get it open.
Okay. And how do you do that exactly?
I have a set of burglary tools. I can see if there's a lock that I'm picking. I'm trying to, like, what's the mechanism? Is there anything holding this door closed, or is it just protected by the fierceness of the hull in front of it?
Oh, it is indeed a vault. Yeah, it's a vault with a vault lock. The giant. So to give you an example, it's like it says in the looks in the image. It's a rectangular door, but it has a large wheel in the front of it. In the center of the wheel, you can see looks like a numerical dial.
Um,
Oh shit, I forgot one big thing. I mentioned this earlier and just didn't do it. There we go. There's all your names and who you're playing as. God, I'm so bad at this.
oh, that's fun, but we're in the wrong place.
Everybody switch
All right,
characters
guys.
Oh,
real quick.
shit,
swap,
yeah.
swap character sheets.
Let's just. God damn
So I
it.
kept leaving.
We're getting better, okay? We're getting better. We'll just leave that off now.
It's a work in progress, you know.
Okay. So if you're picking the lock, that sounds like a finesse, but you tell me what you're doing.
Yeah, that's what I think I'm going for. Thought I was like, well, I haven't used the burglary tools yet. I could just take demolition tools and try and blow it up, but I don't think I have an applicable skill for that. So
Wreck.
I'm gonna try and finesse it open and pick it.
All right. So you're adding lockpick to your item list, I would say.
Burglary gear added.
So you're in the middle of a fight, more or less, picking a lock. So that's gonna still be a desperate but standard effect.
Okay. I'm gonna push myself to get the extra die.
Okay. What's that? 2 stress to push yourself, or 1?
2, I think, huh? Or 1. Push 2. Unless there's a bargain for it.
Bonus die. Yep. Push yourself. Take 2
actually,
stress.
like you're a lurk, right?
Yeah.
So instead of burglary tools, there is a lurk-specific item, find
Oh, the
lockpicks.
fine lockpicks? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was all thinking burglary, but good call.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That probably it doesn't have a stat difference, but since this is mainly narrative, it could make a difference.
Well, it doesn't use the inventory spot,
That's true.
but I could still blow it up later.
All right. Yeah. Desperate standard check.
Alright. Plus 1 die for the push.
Nice. You hear a click, and the wheel goes a bit loose, and the door goes ajar.
There's another automaton inside.
And with that, though, we'll move to Marge. Marge, you just tackled the robot. What are you doing?
I just picked up the ability, well, in between sessions, I picked up the ability not to be trifled with. It can push yourself to do one of the following. Perform a feat of physical force that verges on the superhuman. So, she wants
Suplex,
to...
suplex.
Yeah, let's do like some sort of crazy wrestling move on this sucker.
I'll driver it.
Yeah, turn him upside down, smash his head into the ground, something crazy like that. So this is gonna go with skirmish, but I forget about pushing. I've got a couple stress bars that I can spare.
Just cost 2, and you get an extra die.
All right, let's give it a go here. Okay, 1 modifier, position and effect.
You're suplexing this with superhuman strength?
Yep.
I love it. I love it.
I'll give you a risky standard for that. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see how it goes. Gonna click on my 2 stress, and then I'll give it to you here. Oh, all right. Partial success.
Partial success. You suplex this robot. adding a tick on its clock. However,
Don't like when he says however and then goes silent.
what is a suplex? You like flip it, don't you?
Yeah, I'm grabbing it and I just
And you like
smash
fling it
on
over
his
your head.
Yeah.
While you hold on to it the entire way.
Oh, I hurt my back. I'm not the young large Marge that I used to be.
Yeah, you suplex it headfirst into the ground. It not having a brain or anything that would cause a concussion of or anything, it still had its wits about it as it took that damage. As it grabs around your legs upside down, and with the inertia of your suplex, flips you into the wall behind you. You take level 2 harm.
I just grab Margaret's legs and they just start rolling away.
I would just call it a concussion, I suppose. I don't know what you would call being body slammed into a wall, really.
Sure.
All right, new main.
Well, I suppose I am to be trifled with. That wasn't as successful as I wanted it to be. Not quite superhuman, but
What I can
still kind of
do,
cool.
other than try the same thing that I tried earlier. 'Cause I'm not combat focused. Other than the actual automaton itself, is there anything in the vicinity that might somehow be linked to it?
In what way?
So, like, because I'm thinking this is supposed to be like Victorian era, so this thing wouldn't think for itself like an AI. So there must be something controlling it. I'm thinking, could we disable the control of it without actually needing to fight it until we destroy its functionality?
It's possible.
Would I roll something for that to see?
What do you want to do? I mean, the sky's the
Like I said,
limit. Maybe in the plans with Basilisk, he mentioned that there might be some holes involved in their security detail. You might have wanted to research what makes a hole work and what the weaknesses are. Fire a flashback and gather information. I'm gonna get another beer. I'll be right back.
Okay, let me think. I'm thinking since this is a rich gang, we probably assumed that they would have some sophisticated defense, so I would have contacted my information broker and dug into some info if maybe they purchased some advanced good, like,
Transformer
to
bullshit.
because even if they didn't have a robot, the door to the vault could have been some hyper advanced shit that I would have had to dig into.
It still might be.
So what I'm thinking is I had contacted my information broker for them to dig into like assets that the Red Sashes might have acquired, and for any possible weaknesses in those assets. That sounding good to you?
Sounds good to me.
The question is, will Scar accept that? Yeah, I'm really useless in combat encounters. I am not a combat-focused character. I'm assuming after this session, Sean is going to tell us we get another advancement, so I'm probably going to put another pip in finesse just to be useful in combat next time.
Yeah, I was thinking about adding one for like prowl or something.
Yeah, I just really wanted to grab Foresight.
I haven't used Compel yet, but I still think it might become
I
useful.
tried to use Ghost Contract in the first one and I got denied.
And then this one too, kinda.
well, that was fine.
Yeah, I think taking like a Pip and Prowl next, if we do keep playing this, is probably the play for me.
I'll go finesse, just so I'm actually useful in fight. I knew
Honestly,
my-
I'm a bit more useful than I thought I'd be. I really didn't think the Whisperer would be super effective in.
Hold on. Ghosts are a known fucking thing.
Yeah.
They can manipulate living. What if there's a fucking ghost controlling the
Oh.
automaton? What if they have a
That's how I
ghost
thought
working?
the whole
Since the red
worked in
slashes
this.
are magic users. Like
That's
could
how
be.
I thought the holes worked in this world, is that they're not like that, they're possessed, and that's what's like. So like you, because like
yeah, I hadn't read up on
one of the
the
character types was the hull that you could like
Yeah, and
be a ghost in one, right?
yep. Raid, Rat King has an ability, compel.
I have a few abilities.
Yeah, but compel specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Force a nearby ghost to appear and obey a command you give it.
Open this fucking door.
Well, we got the door open.
Just
but
open door.
if there is
Hey,
a
what's up,
ghost,
019?
okay.
That's
So,
an idea. Yeah,
Here we
we'll
go.
have to
what I had
definitely
decided.
explore that.
Yeah, what I had decided I'm gonna do is flashback, like you said, and I'm gonna have while we were preparing for this, I had contacted my information broker to dig on any advanced security measures the red slashes might have gotten and any possible weaknesses to them.
Alright.
That sounding good to you?
Yeah, spin a stress and let's gather information.
That would be a study.
Yeah.
Position effect.
Standard risky. Partial success, okay. You wanted to know what the security would be and the weaknesses therein?
Yes, I inquired about possible security the red slashes I had acquired and any possible weaknesses to deal with them.
Okay, yeah, you do find out that they do employ holes as in their defense, and holes' weaknesses is, well, they, first of all, they run on energy capacitors that can be burnt or spent. If they overexert themselves, they'll basically run out of fuel. They're also a living soul inside.
Bingo.
So, having been kicked in the head, this information that I had prior dug up comes back to me, and I shout to our resident ghost expert, the thing is powered by a ghost.
And I say no more.
That's gonna be it for me, aside from trying to stand up and stumbling because I have a fucking concussion.
Did you...
Did I?
There's a -1 on one die on your rolls, but
Still a partial on 4, isn't it?
no, it's not like a -1 modifier. It's a -1 die. Well, I'm not gonna worry about that right now.
This was in the past.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It was the past.
Before
Yeah,
before
it
he
was
got
the past.
kicked in the entire head.
Yeah, it's a flashback, so why would my broken... Yeah, I just, in the past, already had a broken nose and concussion. I just didn't know it yet.
You're upstairs in the party, like in the ball area, just like bleeding everywhere. No big deal, whatever.
It wasn't wine on my blazer, it was just the
It was just
blood.
the blood from the hole in your face.
All right.
Have you seen the movie Tenet? You should see that.
So good. That's such a good movie.
No spoilers, but yeah, it's relevant to the conversation.
All right. I think it is you next, Rat King.
Okay. I'm gonna use my new ability, Compel. And I can attune to the ghost field to force a nearby ghost to appear and obey a command you give it. I'm going to talk to the ghost inside this automaton, and basically make it our friend for a little while.
Okay.
Position and effect. What should I roll as?
Risky standard.
Okay.
Nice effect.
Fuck was that?
Thank you. I add that's a nice fun feature that I was sorting through on the nice dice, whatever it was. Dice so nice. You add special effects to specific roles.
Well, you connect with the spirit inside the hull, and you're, if you've seen like Stranger Things, for a moment in time, you're in just complete blackness, and you see this figure of a man standing before you in his early 30s, wearing just regular work clothes at maybe a steel factory. You're not sure. What do you say?
I say, I didn't even think about actually talking to
You
him.
guys see Rat King's eyes roll in the back of his fucking head with his am out right there convulsing.
I say, how did you come to be here? How did you come to control this automaton?
In an echoing voice, you hear a response. Defend. Kill intruders. Defend. Vault. Kill intruders. Over and over and over.
I say, intruders are upstairs as well.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, that's it. I'm trying to send
Your
him
ability-
upstairs and just
your
cause even more
ability-
chaos.
Your ability literally allows you to give him a command he has to obey. So you
Yeah.
just say, "Go upstairs."
Yeah, go upstairs. See, the thing is, I don't want him to like fight us as we leave.
Could we use him to help us carry shit out of the vault? Do we need a pack mule?
I want him
Probably.
to snap out of it in the middle of it, though.
Yeah.
Like, jump us again.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Can I like rewire this guy? So instead of being like a defender bot, just like a healer bot or helper bot.
You see, as he repeats himself over and over again, seemingly ignoring your command, some kind of life force connection, a live stream, if you will, leading all the way back, and you see what looks like another silhouette in the darkness connecting to him. And then it breaks.
Oh, I see. I say hello again.
Your eyes roll back forward, and you're back in the action.
Ah, shit! I was hoping that break connection would be like the person controlling it before. Okay,
Oh no, yeah, no, your connection breaks. I'm sorry.
I misunderstood. Okay.
Did you
All
actually
right.
give the command to go upstairs, or?
Yeah, he did. He just kept repeating the same thing. Pelts.
I'm gonna go inside this vault and see what's up in there.
You open the vault, and there is a gated door behind it, also locked. A steel gated door.
I will. Sorry, it's just a lock. I'll start to try and pick that lock.
Alrighty. Same roll. Desperate standard.
Govan.
Hey, Govan.
Big money. Time to money.
Partial success. Let me look at what the partial success would be on a finesse, because that's kind of weird. I mean, picking a lock I feel is a yes or no question.
I guess if you're trying to do it stealthy, then you make a lot of noise, but we're already in a combat situation, so it doesn't fucking matter.
I don't think he's trying
Yeah,
to.
I feel
I
like
mean, there's
Mark's
just a
trying
few
to-
things you can
He's
do.
finessing a lock.
Yeah, when I'm picking a lock, it's usually like, oh man, I got half the pins, or I figured out like which order I'm gonna have to pick the pins in.
Managed
but I
to
didn't
rake it
actually
open. I
get
managed
them
to rake
all.
it open, but closed it again by accident.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I mean,
It's
like,
oh,
it could
I
be
got
a
it, and then I
situation.
took too much pressure off the tension wrench, and hear them all pop back into place.
I was thinking the opposite. Maybe like you did get it open and then you pushed too hard on the tension wrench and broke your tension wrench.
Well, okay, so here in the rules it says for a desperate action, a 4 out of 5 is a cause for severe harm.
Your tension wrench stabs you in the eyeball.
You unlock the lock, you feel the click, and then all of a sudden you feel the jolt of lightning shoot through your body through the door as a defense mechanism engages and shocks you to your core. You take a level 3 harm unless you resist.
5 resist.
Can I help?
You can't help with resistances. Only action rule.
Level 3 harm like takes me out of action, basically, right?
No, but if you get harmed again after a level 3, you're dead.
So, like, if I take, so I have 2 stress to spare right now. If I take this 2 stress, I'm also out of action. Yes.
So you would need to roll.
So I will take that level 3
Oh,
harm and hobble for now.
You'd need the roll of 5 or 6, yeah, on your resistance.
Yeah, so I'll take the harm because at least it doesn't. Yeah.
There, under teamwork, there is protect a teammate as well.
Where is that?
It's just under the teamwork section.
Oh, you're online. That's
You,
right.
you step in to face a consequence that one of your teammates would otherwise face. You suffer it instead of them. You may roll to resist it as normal. So if someone has more stress to spare, they can try and take it for you if it'll like push you over the edge on stress or something.
I do have 5 stress to spare, and also as a Tempest, I'm used to dealing with lightning and electricity. So I'm trying to like take it and ground it.
So you can't step in to take the resist roll for him with a protect action.
Well, would I roll against it?
Yeah, the rules are vague. The rules are vague, so I'll let it.
It's just a resist.
Right, but like, what am I rolling?
You're resisting.
resist.
So he was finessing.
Am I rolling finesse then?
So that would be a prowess.
Let's see what happens.
Take 2 stress. And Mr. Peltz, you
Thank you
only
much,
get a
sir.
level 2 harm. Electrocuted, we'll call it.
It's singed again, but badly singed.
Your
muscles
extra
spasm
singed.
just randomly as you walk.
So basically, I mean, how I would picture this is he's picking the lock, and maybe when you were in the spirit world just a moment ago, you sensed what happened in the past. That spirit that's controlling the hull maybe had set a mechanism in the door that will electrify whoever unlocks it if they do it in a slightly wrong manner. So you immediately rushed and grounded. I don't know. I'm not an electrician. Zai in the chat could probably correct me, but you immediately somehow grounded Peltz and took the brunt damage of the electrocution. Or I guess you would just ground him, but Peltz would have still been electrocuted. Whatever. You guys
Yeah,
have to
like
do it.
minimized it or whatever. Yeah.
Lessen the voltage and amps of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we dispersed
Electricity.
Yeah, exactly. The I don't want to be grounded, but more like maybe he pushes my hand against the other bars or something, and so it
Make it
only goes through
worse.
my arm instead of through my whole body.
I feel
Something
like
happened with electricity, and it's fine now.
It's
none of us are electricians. Don't take our advice on how to deal with getting shocked.
We need to add some like a legal
Zai
like a
is an
legal-
electrician, and he said being grounded would hurt even more. So-
Yeah.
Okay, so we so we add some resistors in between
First
you
step
and the
we
like,
are-
yeah.
well, I mean,
grabbed
you're a
one of my
Tempest, so maybe
hands
you're-
off it so
you're-
it doesn't go through my heart.
No, we'll say yeah. Him being a him being a whisperer, he is a natural resistor, and his electrical charge resisted the electrical flow through your body by touching you.
And I dispersed it into the ghost field.
Yes, I like that.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Beautiful.
Bang, bada, bing.
We did it, folks. We got the resolution
We
after
won.
5 minutes of discussion.
We won Blades in the Dark, guys.
We did it. Close the books.
All right, I think that's it. See you later.
Okay, so where's that put us back to Marge, I believe? Marge, you just lifted a fucking metal construct off its ground like it weighed nothing and suplexed the shit out of you. Unfortunately for you, your whisper supercharged it just before this, so it had the strength to repel you immediately after.
So, not to retcon anything, but just to throw this out there, Marge is a ghost fighter. She can imbue her hands, melee weapons or tools with spirit energy. They gain potency in combat versus the supernatural. She can grapple with spirits and restrain and capture them. I don't know if this applies, but
When did that happen?
That's from the day one. She's been a ghost fighter from the start.
Okay. I recall that now as you say that, yeah.
So like when somebody said, "Hey, there's a ghost inside that thing," she was like, "Oh, I'm really gonna kick your ass now." But but then it got kind of reprogrammed. So she's waiting to see what the result of that reprogramming is. But she's also ready to just knock its block off. What is the status on this automaton?
I think Govin's having a stroke in chat right now. The status is, it looks like it is malfunctioning. It's twitching in a strange way. There are electrical arcs happening in its body that don't seem like they're supposed to be happening. Its movement is a little bit more erratic than it was before.
I think this would be a good time to finish it off then.
What do you do?
I say, let me free you to the ghost inside of the machine, to the ghost in the shell.
Ghost
And,
in the shell, there it
That
is.
needs to be a tabletop role-playing game, goddammit.
I want to deliver a strike to this thing's ghost container wherever. Can I see like a, iridescent blue glass
you
container
see-
inside of the gears or something like that?
Well, kind of. You see what looks like an illuminating light coming out of what looks like its crotch area. There's like a metal cod piece blocking it, but there's a bit of a light shining on underneath this. You think it might be a weakness.
All right.
Loopholes.
She'll say, rest in peace, ghost, as she tries to kick it in its cod piece. Straight up skirmish.
With ghost energies.
Yeah.
Open, all right.
Again, this is gonna be well, you know what? Hold on. I'll give you a risky standard for this, actually.
All right, I'll take it. I can't afford any more stress, so I'll just roll it straight up. I got 2 pips in skirmish. Here we go. Oh crap! There it is. Is that? Did I do something wrong? Yeah. What did you say? Risky standard?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a fail.
Large March about to be in charge.
Large Marge is about to be hindered.
Oh no.
This game is all about flavor, so I'm trying to make sure I give it right.
Gotta get the right herbs and spices in there.
Yeah, so you
Get it?
kick it in your it's codpiece. But it actually hurts you more than it hurts it. That codpiece looks like it's meant to protect that weak spot. So as you kick it, you break your little toe and take a level 2 harm.
All right. So in the harm, there's 2 boxes for level 2. So one's already concussion, and then one's broken toe.
Mm-hmm.
Got an injury on top, and I got an injury on bottom.
Which
Yeah.
means if you take another level 2, that will just be a level 3.
All right.
Do you succeed in any way? Let me check.
No.
No, it is the worst outcome you suffer. Yeah. Things go badly. You suffer harm or a complication. You end up in a desperate position, and you lose an opportunity. So no. I think that puts it. I like how I'm actually going to like an actual battle order like this is our other games, but let's mix it up a little bit. You know what? I mean, Pelts, you just got electrocuted. What are you doing real quick? What is a community sub gift? But thank you, Coven. Thank you for gifting a sub, man. He's drunk.
Well, I
makes
just got
5.
all electrocuted, so I think I'm gonna. Now I think it was this thing, maybe. I'm just gonna run and just like flying dagger
Well,
attack on this
I did
thing.
mention, so that was I believe a partial success. So although you got electrocuted, you did unlock
I did
the
open
door.
the door, right?
Yeah. So both the metal door and the vault door are now open.
Excellent. Yep. I'm running, flying. You know what? Though my better skill is at the prowl, so maybe it's more of a sneaky attack. Maybe I'm gonna dash up the other side of the wall and try and like get in on that back of this thing.
Oh, you're
There.
going for the automaton now.
Yeah, I'm going for the automaton now.
Okay, awesome. You know what? If prowl's your thing,
Yeah, I'm gonna run around the side because now I've been out of the action for a minute and try and come around and get in a back attack on it while it's Marge's foot lodged in its crotch.
so let's see how that would play out. With
Before you roll,
descriptions.
I finally figured out a way to use foresight. Because I had gathered the information that they had some Hulk, and they are powered by spirit. I had acquired a Spirit Bane Charm, which is my third and final item. And as you are charging, going to it, I toss it to you. And a Spirit Bane Charm is a small arcane trinket that ghosts prefer to avoid. To try and, I don't know.
Makes sense.
Should
I'll
help.
grab it as I go by and just
Should
hold
help.
it with my stabbing.
Good job maxing out your items, New Main. If we were doing XP right now, it would definitely give you one. So you're basically backstabbing Pelts.
Yes.
You get this from New Main as you're running by. You guys swiftly exchange this, and you backstab into the back of this gear monster as it kind of has its legs clamped in its crotch with large Marge, seeing her as the largest threat right now, and just being suplexed by her. You jump and attack from the back. Go ahead and roll that prowl.
And
Alright,
plus
so-
1 because of the assist to that. Because that was
One for the
foresight.
assist.
Literally the largest threat, said Govin. I think that was a fat joke there, Ryan. Sorry.
So then, yeah. Then since I'm -1 and +1, I guess I'm even at the 2. What did you say, risky standard, Sean?
Yes, risky standard. Oh, he's saying I made a fat joke. Okay. I'll take that.
And if I hit the max trauma, or I hit the max stress, I'm disabled no matter what. It's not like I hit max and then get to go one more, right?
Yeah, you're fucking traumatized. You're out of the fight.
At max. Alright. So then no pushing myself because I'll pass out. So,
Like, pushing yourself
Here we
here
go.
would end
Your
up-
hair is like this right now from being electrocuted already.
Alright, I got the partial.
It's okay. Harm doesn't necessarily have to be the consequence. And I would say wouldn't in this situation because again you're backstabbing.
Yeah, I think if anything, I just put myself in a desperate position after or something.
I think that's fair.
It didn't go well.
I think that's fair. However, you still succeeded. So as you backstab into the gears on the back of it with a knife.
Yes.
A knife.
And the
You
spirit
plunge
charm
deep
in
into
hand.
it. But the problem is, you deal a severe amount of damage, adding a tick on the clock to the automaton. Your dagger gets stuck and jerks in, though, with the gears, and you're stuck in with the dagger. You're kind of wedged between two gears. It's painful. It's not doing damage, but it is holding you in place for the moment. You guys see Peltz just stuck on the back of this automaton.
Right in
for a
the
moment.
snake.
Along with the knife, he is also holding the Spirit Bane charm,
Yeah.
which Ghost prefer to avoid.
Maybe
so-
added effect, yeah. Rat King, what are you doing?
Oh, this is a whole ass mess, huh?
COVID said y'all fuck now. They're winning. Two of them are almost dead, but they're mostly winning.
I gotta be like extra careful because we got like death's door, like knocking on it right now.
Thing's about to bust though.
I might pull out my knife and try and help him get his out, and like just pry like with him to try and like loosen it enough to get his out.
Okay, so you're just trying to get Peltz off?
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna do any damage necessarily. It's
Maybe we
just
can
to kind
both
of
pry that
free
gear
him.
off
And
together.
that's true.
Crazy.
We could. Yeah, we'll do that. Like
Yeah.
a little double team.
If you want to spend
Action.
your turn doing that, I don't think that needs a roll. I think you just do it.
Okay.
So he
Yeah, that's-
sacrifices his turn to get you free Peltz. Newman, what are you doing?
What is there for me to do here? God, being a fucking like persuasion-based character is really hampering me in this combat scenario. I still have my knife, so seeing the spot. Well, no, I even can't do that because I have a negative 1D.
It's like you guys never heard of a gun. Govin said everyone pull out. I think
Okay, so
I
close.
think it was a sex joke, but
You had a pistol on you earlier, didn't you? You still do.
I have my Derringer, yeah, my concealed palm pistol. But
Shoot it
once again,
right in the
I
face.
remember I have a negative 1D, and both of my prowess skills are a 1D.
shooting would actually be more of an insight, as a matter of fact. That's a hunt check a lot of the time.
Well, that would be the same result.
Oh. Well, you didn't space out your points enough, sir. Go balls deep.
I guess I'll just grab my knife again and just move into position to be ready to attack with the others once they do something.
Okay, if you're gonna hold what you're gonna do, you just let me know when you want to do it, whenever you want to do it.
There's nothing I can do, so I'm just saying I'm getting into position for flavor. It's more or less just gonna be me assisting. Wait,
Okay.
since I'm explaining that I'm preparing now, that means I can use my second foresight for this, right? Instead of spending a stress when I want to assist someone attacking it again, right? Right?
I think that's fair.
Yes.
Sure.
Alright.
I'll give it to you.
Hell yeah.
Keep y'all from wiping right now. This isn't even the end, this fucking robot. So, Marge. Ouch. You're doing tons of damage. It's doing tons of damage. You're in Mortal
Yeah, true.
Kombat. What are you doing?
Well, you know what I want to do? I want to finish him. So I'm going to doesn't say necessarily that not to be trifled with is limited to its usage. So if I push myself again, that's 2 more stress, leaving me with 1 blank bar of stress left. Yikes.
And
We gotta do it.
moving in to attack, I'm gonna spend that foresight to. When you move in, I go in from behind to assist you with that. So you get another plus 1d.
Excellent.
And,
All right,
and
so
for your Mortal Kombat quip, it'll cost you only 1 stress.
cost me. Oh, okay. Great. Let me drop that down. All right, so now I got 2 stress to spare at some point. Risky standard.
Risky standard.
All right, I got my +2 mod on top of my original 2. Here's the roll. Oh, still only partial success, but partial success at least.
Partial success is still a success. What do you do
Yeah.
exactly?
Her she hasn't really been punching this thing. She'll go ahead and punch it right in the gears and just try to just jam her fist in there and pull something out.
You punch it right in the kisser and pull out what you thought was the juggler, but it's a bunch of wires. As you do so, it starts to malfunction profusely, convulsing, and then stops. And just
Can I just
stops.
say,
Motionless,
Mark-
standing there. Take a level 1 harm, bruised knuckles.
All right.
Can I just say that when Marge pulled out the wires, I chopped them and that was me assisting. I cut them with the knife. And somehow I needed to help since I gave Marge the 1d.
And yeah,
I hate Mark D.
so you guys land the final blow, and the hole stops moving.
And she says to the ghost inside, "Rest easy, you big dumb ghost."
All right, the door's open already. The vault's open. Let's move.
Yeah, we head in there.
You guys enter the vault. The vault is a large, long room, similar to the corridor you've been in. You see the containers at the end of the wall, lining the wall with a series of small hatches that you would presumably open up to find your fortune, and there are tables about the entire area. But there is also, before you reach this little area, an odd space of nothing. A good 20 yards of just steel. And this whole vault, the walls, the floor, the ceiling, everything is just golden metal. Not gold, but looks more like a steel texture, just with a dark golden color. But yeah,
Brass.
20 yards of it. Well, no, not brass. It's a dark gold. There's no like brownish green. And about 20 yards of it, there's just nothing, and then you see all of the compartments and the tables afterward.
John, you know polished brass looks exactly like gold, right?
Marge is carrying the head of the automaton, and she just tosses it a couple feet out onto the polished metal, whatever metal it may be.
Okay, yeah, she does this. The head
And it-
hits the ground and the kind of the dead space, if you will, and all of a sudden, several holes seem to just open up on the floor, the walls and the ceiling, and all shoot into the center, a projectile.
Then they target the head and destroy it, or
It targets everything in the center. There's just a brief cloud of just what looks like maybe gunpowder or something that fills this small area, and it dissipates very quickly.
Well, we tried. Want to go home and try again later?
yeah. We got this far. We'll just have to tell the basilisk it was a no-go.
So
How quickly did it happen? Seemed like something we could outrun.
20 yards. It happened within a few seconds.
you said they were like bullets firing?
Bullets, maybe. You can't really see. They're
Oh,
fast-moving
okay.
projectiles. Probably.
Okay.
Marge has 1 pip in survey.
Okay.
Is that... Can I observe something that'll hopefully help me in some way?
It's very vague.
I know.
See where the things came from?
I want to attune to the ghost field and see if I can like suss out whatever mechanisms are firing and what they are firing.
Okay.
To be more specific with my survey, what was it that alerted the attack? Was it pressure? Was it
Motion, maybe.
yeah, like that's what I'm...
Okay. So control standard for you, risky standard for the attune. For wrecking. Ooh.
Ba-boom.
Bada bang, bada boom.
And a partial. So wrecking, you attune to the ghost world. Luckily, you don't take any harm. And you see in a few moments the construction of this facility from the past. You see that these are more or less a triggered magnetic projectile of musket balls. I don't know what the correct term for that ammunition would be, but they are lead balls.
Okay.
We throw enough stuff there, it'll run out of ammo eventually.
And Marge, yeah, they're pressure plates.
Hmm.
So what kind of what's the right word? I'm having a brain fart right now. Like not like delivery system, but like what combustible is it using? Is it using like gunpowder or is it like some electromagnetic kind of thing?
Electromagnetic.
Okay. I kind of want to do the whole trying to overload the circuits, but I don't know if there is anything that I can sort of like directly touch to affect them. Is there something that I can use to overload the turrets? I'm just gonna call them turrets.
I mean, you still have your Tempest.
Let's do it.
Spin a stress.
Done. Do you want me to roll for it too?
No, you just do it. You guys see Rat King go over to the wall before kind of the dead space and touch it, and a jolt of electricity shoots out of his hand and kind of arcs on the wall.
And now they shoot even harder. Supercharged turrets.
Limited power.
No, then that's it. Nothing after that.
Okay.
All right, if this is a pressure plate, then perhaps I conveniently have a grappling hook with me, which we could fire over this distance and climb the rope over and turn the shit off from the other side.
I was
Okay.
gonna say you throw Rat King over to the other side.
I
20
mean,
yards,
if I just fried the circuits,
Grappling
Yeah,
hook would
might
definitely
be
be
fine.
I think a grappling hook would probably be a 2-pointer.
So I can take light climbing gear that's only a one piece, like a single slot, from the lurk gear. But let's see if you fried it first.
yeah, so like let's take like a gear or something from the automaton and just like toss it out there and see what happens.
Okay, Rat
Because
King,
it might be a non-issue right now. We might just be able to walk across no problem.
Rat King, you're a smart man because you do that and nothing happens.
Rock on. I walk across.
See Rat King briskly walk across the dead zone, unscathed.
I run across.
Oh, we got a badass. Okay, Pelt's
It's
just
like this
trying to-
'cause I'm electrocuted.
it's spasming
Walk
the whole way.
across, stop in the middle, have a look around, just be like, and keep walking.
You guys
I
walk
am
across.
concussed, so you know.
And you have before you an ass ton of compartments that filled with God knows what.
Start looting.
Ow.
Anyone bring a bag?
Oh no.
Does anyone have any equipment slots left?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Marge pulls out a folded bag that contains a folded bag inside of it.
The folded bag, of course, would be a 0 until it's full, depending on what you fill it with.
Hmm.
So I would assume everyone probably maybe brought a folded bag. Maybe, I don't know. But the bag itself would be negligible. It'd be a 0 weight.
We all bust out folded bags.
I don't know where I would have a folding bag in a tight fucking 3-piece suit, but
It could have been some kind of tarp material that you folded and put in your pocket.
nah, I just had it right down the middle of my pants. No one was questioning the balls.
Just in case you shit yourself, right? You had something to catch it. Okay, what are y'all doing?
Opening drawers, opening shit, checking for traps. I don't know how we do that. This place is fucking super duper trapped.
Yeah, probably a finesse, I would assume. Maybe a study. Whatever you think.
I'm gonna go with survey. I stand back and stroke my chin and I don't have anything in study. I got 1 pip in survey.
Okay.
Anybody better than that?
I got 2 in
concussed.
study.
Well, this would be a controlled standard.
Study it up, guys.
How do we partially succeed?
Will it even let me roll my study if I have a -1? Apparently so.
Is it just
Why?
disadvantage?
Nothing appears to be trapped. As a matter of fact, the compartments aren't even locked. They're just a kind of latch mechanism.
I open some.
You open some,
Yeah.
and you see a
I
stack
think
full
I'm
of
gonna go
notes.
for it.
It literally is disadvantage. If you have a -1, it takes the lower dice.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured.
Okay, you guys don't find any traps. You start opening things, nothing bad happens, and you see compartments full of bonds, notes, currency, coins, and various assortments. The big question is, how much do you take? Do you take enough that will put you at a heavy load, an encumbered load? How much are you looting? How much do you want to cripple the Red Sasters? And how much do you want to risk?
We still need
Ideally-
to get out.
I have an idea of how we can get out. That's not a huge issue.
Yeah.
But we need to be on the not underground. We need to be on the ground floor, which is the problem.
I say we probably get up to heavy, but not encumbered.
We can always ditch some of it if we need to make a run.
That's true.
If we take less and then get out without any problems, we're gonna be kicking ourselves. If we take more and we have problems, we can always just ditch some of it and get a lighter load.
It'd be
and
obvious that we have it all on us if we're heavy, though. Like, we're gonna walk up the stairs looking like we just robbed the place.
Yes, but even if we have a medium load of it, they're still gonna question why there's some guys with bags coming out, so we might as well take the heavier one, ditch some of it if we need to. Or if we get through it without encountering anyone, then we have the full bags of it.
For it.
Yeah.
Marge gives herself a heavy load.
Okay.
I'd give Marge a heavy load.
Oh!
Yikes.
Someone had to
Full
finally
black
make that
eye
joke.
staring at you.
Someone had to finally make that joke.
Well, time to go. Would you look at that? Yeah, I'll also go heavy.
Okay.
So I'll fill my bag till I'm nearly encumbered, but not.
Okay. And Newman?
We're all gonna get electrocuted on the way back out, by the way.
As much as I can take without being encumbered.
All right. You guys start packing up your bags, full of whatever assortments you can find. As you're doing so, behind you, you hear the loud metal creak of the gated steel door shut.
Listen, ain't no thing. Ain't no thing, baby.
You stand.
I'm
You,
gonna-
you, you all look, I would assume, behind you to see what the ruckus is about.
The basilisk is standing there.
You son of a bitch! And the basilisk is standing there.
I was kidding.
It's him. He's standing there with two hooded men on either side. You did so good! Look at you! You made it so far. How do you feel?
Aces.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I feel shaken.
I just look at him with blood still pouring out of my broken nose. And I'm just like, how do you think I feel?
I bet you're pretty worn. You did quite the number on this holdout here. It's quite impressive.
Do you have an exit for us?
I'm afraid not. I'm afraid for you this is where the road ends, my friends.
Hmm.
You see, I needed a scapegoat to make sure all my plans come to fruition. As I told you, I'm looking to expand. And expand I am quite a bit. I have made a deal with the second in command of the Crows. I am going to take over. All I had to do was kill him. And we just had some loose ends to tie up in the meantime. I had to make sure the red sashes were crippled and the lamp-lax as well. Make sure they're both weak enough to be absorbed. I'm about to take over Crowsfoot. But I needed someone to blame it all on. Who better than you for?
As he finishes saying that, I spring forward my derringer and just shoot at him.
You spring it forward and shoot at him, and something directly in front of him seems to absorb the blow. You see a flash of looks like blue and yellowish light, and then the lead just falls to the ground. I'm sorry you don't like my methods. It's unfortunate, but it was necessary. The red set. What were you gonna say?
Oh no, I respect your methods. It's just, gotta retaliate. Can't be just accepting of it.
I understand. But don't worry. You won't be around to see the consequences of all your devious actions. The Red Sashes will soon know what you did to their ambassador, and I'm afraid, unfortunately, you will also bomb the Lamplax soon here as well, betraying them in your attempt to steal the vault once you had the information. Luckily for the Red Sashes, they will find your lifeless bodies in their vault, having triggered their mechanisms and died in the process, leaving no one to blame. Well, unless any of you have any final words, I suppose this is goodbye.
Oh,
All right, good game, Scar. Just kidding. um, Well, I got a little stress left. I got a couple inventory slots open.
I've got an idea, but it all depends on what the basilisk is trying to do. Like, is he just gonna like leave us to die, or is he gonna try and kill us? Like, actively try and kill us?
I'll throw my bag out onto the dead space. At least see if this whole thing's still live, and if it is, like if the traps come live again, or if it's still shorted out. At least start to figure out some options there. Maybe create a distraction if it's live. If it's live again.
You throw your bag onto the dead space, but nothing happens.
Okay. Is he okay? So basically, just to get my question answered, I ask him straight up and down. I say, so is this it? You're just gonna leave us to die?
I'm afraid this is unfortunately where the road ends for you.
I just nod. And I wait till he turns around and like to walk away.
Don't want to do this, but it's in character. Corvin would definitely try to double cross everyone else on the team and be like,
I got a plan. We just gotta wait for the timing to be right. That's all.
No. What were you gonna do, Numain?
gonna-
This would be good practice for Alien because that
I
game
was
involves a lot
gonna
of double
have-
crossing.
Corvin be like, why do you need 4 bodies when 3 will do? I still have my special abilities that could serve you well when you're leader of a gang.
You are loosened. I'm afraid that will be no good.
You're saying the people behind you aren't loose ends? They know the plan, so.
Oh, they don't know anything. Trust me.
Also
He reaches
automatons.
back and removes a hood of one of them, and they are indeed an automaton.
Mm, mm, mm.
Well, cool. Now I try to betray the rest of my squad with no result from it. God damn it.
Well, he says, looking at his watch, I'm afraid I must be going. I will wait for you all to suffocate and then take the money that you have gathered for me so graciously. He tips his hat. And then one of the automatons slowly closes the vault, leaving you all into darkness. As you hear the winding of the wheel turn, locking the vault, you hear what sounds like the ventilation in the room also shut off.
Okay. So this is when I am going to use my ghost key, where I can attune to the ghost field. And from what I was looking at online, it seems like you can like kind of go through spaces and history of specific spots. So I'm going to try and find a spot in history before the vault door was installed, so we could just walk right through.
Oh yeah, you used this last game too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Just wait a while for so they get some distance.
That's what I'm saying, but like with no fucking air.
Yeah.
It's kind of imperative that we get moving on that.
I mean, did the ventilation suckle the air out, or did it just close? Because if it closed, we have probably air for a good 4 hours or so.
You don't know. You just heard what sounded like a fan sputter out.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought it was like a vacuum situation where he's like sucking the air out. Okay.
No.
Yeah, I'll
Let's
wait
not
for
wait
like.
too long though, or there'll be just nothing but guards on the other side.
Yeah, I was
agree,
thinking like
probably need
maybe
to get rid
a
of
minute
that.
and a half, 2 minutes. Either way.
Well, that actually, as you were left in the darkness and you hear the fan shut off, is actually the conclusion. How you guys escape, if you live or die, if you suffocate to death in this room, we won't know until we continue. If we do, that is the conclusion of the War in Crow's Foot. The next, this is the how do you say, this is the the origin story of your crew. You guys have been double crossed by your original crew, and maybe escape out of here alive to form your own, or you all die and go down in history as the Basilisk takes control of the entire Crow's Foot situation.
You son of a bitch! I'm in.
I told you I had a plan to get out. You're like, no, I'm gonna double cross. It's like, okay, all right, whatever.
Well, yes, you had a plan, but Corvin didn't know that.
Thank you guys.
Right on, thank you.
That was a good one. That was a satisfying ending, I think.
Thanks.
I like that you're
Yeah, guys.
already the gears were turning to get the hell out.
No, I was gonna use that same thing to like leave the place with our loot, but like this works too. Sure, I'll do the same thing, but for this door.
I can't believe that I called the Basilisk coming in twice during this session.
Yeah, you son of a bitch. I think you
I
actually
know.
called out him assassinating the leader of the Crow's Foot too last game.
Oh yeah, I did.
I mean, I don't claim to be the most original writer on the
No,
face of the earth,
it's just
but-
I know you too well.
Oh, that was fun.
We've been friends for years, so I figured out your style of storytelling.
Well, it's
The
a
classic
game of
double cross.
betrayal and scoundrels, literally.
Just why I wanted to betray my crew.
For the sake of Blades in the Dark.
You guys did excellent, though. The whole point was to end on this note. There was, like I said, there wasn't really. There may be something you can do about it when we continue, but you guys, this game went like 10 times better than the last game. I think y'all did everything right. I figured y'all were gonna torture Emmerich a lot more. He got off pretty easy.
I didn't want to fucking stick on that too long, and we got the info really quickly with
2 successes. I think it was a fair deal. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole bringing up his kids thing.
Yeah, that was great.
Gotta hit him where it
and
hurts.
that's-
I'm
that's-
very curious to know. So, what would the position in effect have been?
For you,
Yeah, for that maneuver.
I can't tell you. If you try,
I'm guessing it would have been controlled.
I'm going. I mean, like I said, we're gonna do another. This is gonna literally pick off for the next foot, even if not everybody's here or can't be here or,
I
or what
just,
have you. It's
I just
gonna pick off
imagine
from
it
right
doesn't
here.
work, and it's a TPK in like the first 3 minutes.
Well, the automaton was meant like that could have been a TPK.
well, if we die at the start of the next session, let's just prepare characters in advance that can pick up the story afterwards.
The story will still pick up immediately from here. Like it's gonna be the same situation, the whole shebang. Oh, what happened?
My new
Anyways.
character is one of the guards up the stairs.
Oh, sorry, Pill. I gotta kick you out.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I hope you guys like that.
Good origin story. I knew we all met somehow.
Yeah, I thought
mean,
it was. You guys didn't know each other at all in the start of this, and
No,
now
I
you're
knew
back.
Rat King. You said that I had worked with Rat King before.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. You guys did a job.
I
together.
liked all of our characters. I think they were all pretty fun to play with.
I think you'll complement each other really well.
I had been looking for a chance at doing a betrayal since the beginning of this.
Not that
happened,
you wanted to. It's just your character.
Pleading for your life
That's what
is
my
probably
character
the
would
point
do.
where you would do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Against my wishes, it's just playing in
Oh,
character.
just
You know? What can I do?
Twisting my arm. You know, I had
I
to.
knew he'd refused anyway. There.
You're all not supposed to be. You're all hitmen. So you're
we're
not,
not good
exactly
people.
good people. You've all killed innocent people. Well, you don't know. You don't really. Part of being an assassin crew is you don't really ask questions, I suppose.
Yeah, no,
All right,
that
I need to
was-
take out the dog and go to bed. We gotta wake up early in the morning.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah,
I appreciate the
um,
game. It was a lot of fun.
Cheers.
Yeah, I'll keep you guys posted on the next one. Again, there's a Vampire the Masquerade coming up in April, and I think Ryan and Newman are both already in the Deadlands game, but if James or Lax, if either you want to be in that, let me know. That's starting April 1st. Thanks for playing. I like Blades in the Dark. We're gonna do more of this.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
good.
I'm
time.
probably out for all of April, but I'll catch back up with you.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
not sure how
Cyborg's
much-
coming out in May.
I'm not sure how much more TTRPG I can deal with right now, just because there's a lot going on. But I'll
Definitely
you know.
understand that. Whew.
All right, y'all. It was fun.
Right on. Cheers.
Hey, yeah, good game, guys. Thanks.
Good game.
Highlight was definitely March. Fucking.
Large Marge is such a good character. I love Large
I
Marge.
got so excited when I saw that nickname. I'm gonna find somebody to raid, and then I'm probably gonna play a video game or something.
There you go. I'll stick around for the raid.
Who is on?
Should I
019
start
popped
streaming?
in. I'll go ahead and jump on. He's playing probably Magic the Gathering. No, he's playing the Signifier Director's Cut. Looks like a horror game. We'll raid 019. He's good people.
I'll stay just for the raid and then I'll leave.
Thanks, man. If I can get my shit together and figure this out.
Oh gosh.
Does not feel like a Friday, man. I'm so beat.
Yeah.
Alright, hopping on 019 right now.
I'm gonna need
See-
more suplexes
Ready,
in
guys.
the future from you, Ryan.
What's that?
I'm gonna need more suplexes from you in the future. That was hilarious.
That was so good.
so fitting, too.
Suplex.
Right on, guys. See ya.
See you, Ryan. Thanks, man.
Ryan.
Oh man, I love how this game just flows